It's on now.
I can't even see your screen. It just keeps going out on me.
Good on my end.
It says the stream you're viewing has reduced quality. Oh.
Huge one.
This is the All-American Coaching League, presented by Axis Sports.
What's up, party people of the AACL, the All-American Coaching League, brought to you by Axis Sports. I am your host, Dave Axis. What's going on? What's taking so long, Eagle, is that I got to make sure everything's working, bro. Got to make sure everything's good to go. Roddy O and Joe Cooley, baby. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we're good now. You'll find out in a little bit. In the meantime, welcome to the show you've all been waiting for. The Bowl Selection Show right here on the All-American Coaching League. As you know, this is our inaugural season. We just completed 10 weeks. That's 120 games. We all know who's going to the playoffs and who's playing who tonight. By the way, playoffs start tonight, right after this show. So be ready for that as well. But before we get to that, let's talk about who's going to play who in the playoffs. Playoffs? We talking about playoffs? Yes, we're talking about playoffs, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. But before we do, let me introduce a few special people who are joining me this evening for the AACL Bowl Selection Show. First of all, I've got my buddy. He is the athletic director and head coach from the Old Dominion Monarchs, who just missed out on the playoffs. Started strong, had a rough middle of the season, ended strong, and that is no other than Clint Torres. Clint, what's going on? How you doing tonight? What's cracking? What's going on? How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Nothing.
Ready to rock and roll.
Ready to rock and roll. Also with us tonight, the athletic director of your number one team in the nation, Gunny, is with us. Gunny, how are you doing tonight, and how you feeling about your chances tonight against the Houston Cougars?
How about those Panthers? Looking forward to playing against the Cougars, see what they have to offer.
And then also we have with us one more person, the head coach from the Memphis Tigers, who I believe, I don't know, Pepper, did you finish in the top 10? You're right there in like that top 10, top 12, I think,
number
right?
11.
Yeah, you were right there. You had a tough season in parts, but you had a great season in other parts, up and down. I think you finished at 500. How you doing tonight? How you feel about your season?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here with Clintus and Susie Rottencrotch.
Yeah.
Forget that Susie Rottencrotch is here with us.
Right.
And it was 500, 5-5, but I was in the toughest division, though. You got to remember that.
I would say second toughest division, but I get what you're saying.
We had the best record.
Well,
now.
you have it so far, but bowl season's not over. And the Wayward West led almost the entire season until the end. So come on.
Oh, but we had more teams with a better winning record.
I doubt that. I'm going to have to check that. We're going to have to get some fact checkers on that bad boy here pretty soon.
You tell him, Freddie.
Where are my Wayward West allies? I need some Wayward West peeps in there to help me out. All right, folks. So here's how it's going to go down tonight. We are going to announce each bowl in order, starting with tonight's game. So we'll touch over those briefly. Then we'll go into the bowl games that start on Thursday, then the ones on Sunday, then on Monday, and then finally next Tuesday. We have a whole week of playoffs, bowl games, and then the championships. Yes, thank you, Coach Craven. I don't know what that guy's talking about. Speaking of which, let me throw out some shout-outs. Axis Sports, Dave Axis, Bob Funk, Coach Craven, David Leathers, Eagle Mondavi, Packer Fred, Sega Dream, and Pseudo Nakai in the house so far. Waiting for everybody else to get here, but it looks like they're just going to miss the beginning. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and get this party started. The AACL Bowl Selection Show has commenced, and as all of you know, tonight we have 2 playoff games. First playoff game is Wyoming, the 3rd ranked seed, at the Akron Zips number 2. This is now called the I-35 Wayward Bootfire Bowl. And in the game, and I'm going to say this for every single bowl game, you'll see the name of the bowl game, the date, the time, and all that stuff, and then what the bowl game is you're going to play in the game and the location. This will be the Chick-Fil-A Bowl in the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, Georgia. And Clint, let me go to you first. This is going to be a tough game. You got number 2. You got number 3. The Zips haven't lost a conference or a division game, but their one loss did come out of division. Wyoming had a rough last game of the season, but otherwise they've been pretty solid. How do you see this game going down tonight right after this show?
So if I was going to Vegas and betting my house on, I'd probably go with Wyoming.
Really? Why is that?
Well, they've got a lot of things in their favor. A lot of things.
Like what? Like what? They do play well on the road.
They're very good at controlling the game, if you will.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of power, and a lot of strings behind the scenes.
Oh God. Gunny, what do you think about this number 2, number 3 matchup? Gunny, are you there? Are you muted, bro? What happened to Gunny all of a sudden? This always happens. We have great mic checks, and then he disappears on me. All right, go ahead.
I hit the wrong button.
All right, no worries.
I'm looking forward to seeing some of these.
You're looking forward to something, and then we lost you again.
He said he was going to say seeing some of these fools play on the field.
Go ahead, but it's going to be interesting to see how the Zips, defend their home turf. But Wyoming, they're going to come out throwing the ball, and you're going to see a lot of passes. I bet Wyoming throws the ball 45 times.
Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising. Gunny, you back with us? I don't know what happened to Gunny.
No, I'm here.
Okay, Gunny, go ahead and finish your thought.
I'm just looking forward to seeing some of these interleague divisions that didn't play each other during the regular season. The West versus the Dumpster Fire. It should be an excellent game.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know how you guys picked, but if you look in the AACL pick'ems, this is an extremely close game. 20 people voted. It's 19 people. It's 10-9 in favor of the Zips. So basically a tie for this game tonight. So there's your playoff game number 1 tonight, folks. This will be interesting. I could see it close. I could see one team running away with it. It might be all over the place. Going into game 2 tonight, playoff game number 2. We know this is Houston, who barely snuck into the playoffs off the broken heart, all the millions of pieces of the broken hearts of the Kansas Jayhawks and of Benji Matson, as they go and they will play the number 1 team in all the land, the Georgia State Panthers, in the Axis Sports Bowl, which will be at the All-State Sugar Bowl at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. And Clint, let me tell you this real quick before I ask you what you think about this game. In the pick'ems, 19-1. And the only one I think is probably mine putting it. Oh no, Winkler is the only one who picked Houston. 20 people voted, 19 picked Georgia State. Are they all right? What do you think about this?
No, I think they're right. I think number 1 is going to win this one handily.
Okay, let me go to the guy who's actually playing this game. Gunny, what do you think about Houston and that Navy offense they've run? They've been pretty successful with that this season.
I love the Navy, but tonight they're going to get sunk.
And let me wrap up with Freddie. Freddie, number 6 Houston, who got into the playoffs with a little luck there at the end, a little heartbreak. traveling to the number one team in the land. How do you see this going down?
I don't. I think Houston. The only way they're going to win this game is they can control the time of possession, and also don't have no turnovers. They're going to have to match Georgia State touchdown for touchdown.
Yeah, which isn't easy to do for sure, right?
Yeah, because once Georgia State gets rolling, you ain't going to be able to stop them.
Yeah, they are. But I will say, the wild card in this could be if Houston runs that Navy option offense the way they've run it in certain games this season. We could all be in for a rude awakening. I see Doug Britton in the chat now. Welcome, Doug. Good to see you, buddy. All right. So
party on Bourbon Street. Everyone's invited.
There you go. Hey,
on my way, Gunny.
There you go.
Be there in about 6 hours.
Well, here we go. That is the first two playoff games. So who's ready to hear some bowl games? Let's do that now. The very first bowl game of the season after the two playoff games will be this Thursday. So in 2 days from now, about 48 hours from now at 9 p.m. Eastern, and the very first bowl game of the AACL bowl season is the Thurford Bowl, number 14 SMU, number 12 CMU, and they're going to play in Hawaii Bowl because where else would somebody be turfing other than Hawaii at Aloha Stadium? And Clint, let me go to you first. Two very equally matched up teams, close in records, close in rankings. CMU maybe in a tougher division, but it's kind of hard to say. Both these divisions are second and third in overall wins. So
hey, let's be serious. This is a mediocre bowl. They're just going out there to go to the beach. Come on, they're 5-5.
I'm just saying,
you're killing me.
I'm just saying. All right, Gunny, what are your thoughts on the Thurford Bowl? And did we pick the right location for this?
I can't say his name. I just call him Phil Slivers or Silvers or whatever his name was on F Troop or whatever it was. So yeah, Hawaii's a great one because I can't surf, and the surfboard is a little too big for me anyway.
All right, perfect. And let me go to Freddie. Freddie, what are your thoughts on the Thurford Bowl in Hawaii?
Let me give it a try. The Silver Surfer.
No. No S is allowed, bro. No S is allowed.
Over.
This is your
crazy bowl.
you get pulled over by the cops.
A good game. I'm pretty
test.
sure SMU and CMU, both of them had pretty good seasons, 5-5.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, especially being in Hawaii. They ought to enjoy that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure which way to go on this one. Central Michigan showed some flashes of brilliance. SMU, when they pass the ball, they play better. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. And just for the record, Thurford plays for SMU, so that's another interesting fact right there. Moving on to bowl number 2. That will be the bowl right after this one on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Were either of those teams 7-3?
Negative.
No, okay, they're both 5-5. Sorry,
they're both 5-5.
Sorry.
The second bowl of AACL bowl season, kicking off right after the Thurford Bowl at 10 p.m. this Thursday in 2 days, is the Ping Eagle Bowl. That'll have number 15 Indiana, number 10 Air Force. Air Force, who had all kinds of problems earlier in the season, climbing their way back into the top 10. And this will be the Armed Forces Bowl on the game, as Air Force is the only member of the Armed Forces in here at Amon G. Carter Stadium. And yes, Eagle, the fact that Chad has to play at the Ping Eagle Bowl was not done by accident. Charles, two more 500 teams, but let's be honest, Indiana was playing well. They're on the downslide recently. Air Force was down, and they're on the upswing recently. So does that automatically give the edge to Air Force?
This is painful. Wow. Which one of these teams do I pick out of the 5-5? I will give it to Air Force being at home.
Well, they're not at home. They're all neutral locations.
Oh well,
They're just the home.
whatever.
They're just the home team.
Okay, 5-5. So who's the better 5-5 team?
Yeah.
That's like trying to figure out virginity in a whorehouse.
All right. That being said, Gunny, let's move on to you. Same question to you. Indiana on the downside, Air Force on the upside. Does that give Air Force the advantage?
Air Force is on the upswing there. They finished at 10. Indiana finished at 12. It is a fitting that the Armed Forces. It is the Armed Forces Bowl with Coach Craven being Air Force and Chad's son being a Marine. So both of them somehow are significant to the Armed Forces.
Yeah, that's
so
Chad's son is a Marine?
I salute both of them.
Yeah, he went in last year.
How old is Chad? I thought Chad was...
Old enough to have an 18-year-old, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
There you go. And then, Fred, you got the last word on this Ping Eagle Bowl that would be played at the Armed Forces Bowl in Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game. Air Force has played well the second half of the season, and you look at their division record. They have a 4-1 in the division, so they might not play good out of the division, but they've sure played well in the division. So I'm gonna give the brick meter to Air Force.
Yeah, I would say, and it's 4-1 in one of the tougher divisions too. So that's a good.
You
call.
notice how he changed that Rick meter up at the last minute there.
Yeah, I did. I do remember that. I did hear that. All right, folks, 2 bowl games down, many, many more to go. On the first night of bowl season, which will be this Thursday night, we kick things off with the Thurford Bowl, followed by the Ping Eagle Bowl, and then at 11 o'clock, the one bowl I think everyone has been waiting for in the entire league, and that is the Toilet Bowl, folks. We will wrap up night 1 of bowl week with the Toilet Bowl.
Sakes.
Cincinnati and Minnesota, and they don't even get to play in a real stadium. I put them in a small...
How the hell do they get in a bowl game and Old Dominion doesn't?
I didn't say Old Dominion wasn't in a bowl game. What are you talking about? Everybody's in a bowl
I thought
game.
they weren't in a bowl game.
No, everybody's in a bowl game.
I was just I came in here angry. Sorry.
Yeah, apparently you did. But the great thing about the Toilet Bowl is they won't even play in a stadium. They will play at a Midwest small high school stadium in the league, or in the game, I mean. And Freddie, let me start with you this time. What do you think about the Toilet Bowl being played in a small Midwest high school stadium?
Well, that's probably all the fans that they can get from both schools being at the Toilet Bowl. It'd be kind of a shame when they only have like 150 fans in a big old stadium.
Wow.
They had to kind of move it to a high school stadium so it make it look like it was full.
Oh, my God. That's amazing. I love that. Gunny, do you agree with Freddie? And what do you think about this matchup?
I do. I thought they're playing in like a single A rookie league baseball facility minor league game.
Well, I think it's even going to be worse than that. I've seen the stadium, and there's one section of bleachers. You know how the bleachers, remember those aluminum bleachers that are just in sections? There's one section of seats on one side of the field, and that's all
and they had to call those in.
Yeah, and that's it. And they had to give away free tickets to get those in there. Clint Torres, last word goes to you. The Toilet Bowl in a Midwest small high school stadium. What are your thoughts about the 2 worst teams in the AACL playing in the Toilet Bowl?
I think Minnesota's going to win 50-3.
Whoa. That's a pretty big prediction, mister. Wow, 50-3. I don't know. Real quick, couple other people jumping in the chat. Let's see here. Bob Funk's here now. I don't know if I said David Leathers already, and Sarah Lena are here. All right, folks, that wraps up night 1 of Bowl Week this Thursday night. You've got the Thurford Bowl, the Ping Eagle Bowl, and the Toilet Bowl. Moving on to night 2, which will be Sunday night, February 20th. Coach Craven in the house. Oh, and Cornwall's here. You're just not showing up on the list yet, bro. Coach Craven saying after the game they burned the bleachers and drink beer around the bonfire. That might, you got to figure, Coach, with Cincinnati and Minnesota fans, that's probably going to happen anyway. Moving on.
Did Coach say bonfire or
Oh,
bonfire?
hey-o, bonfire.
You seen the bong picture I put in the
I did see
airport
that.
one?
I did see that. All right, moving on to night 2 of Bowl Week, Sunday, February 20th, starting at 9 p.m. So the very first game on night 2 will be the Drunk Funk Bowl between 17th ranked Iowa State and 20th ranked Western Michigan. They will play at the Music City Bowl in Nashville, in Nash Vegas. And Gunny, let me start with you this time. By the way, in case you guys don't remember, there were a few teams that had to play one less home game this season. Western Michigan is one of them. That's why even though they have the worst record, they will be considered the home team, even though all bowl games are on neutral fields. Gunny, Iowa State been playing well of late. Western Michigan just looked terrible that last game. Do you think this one's going to be close?
I think it's going to be a close game, but because Western Michigan upset me, and I do love me some Biff Markham, go David Leathers and the Iowa State Cyclones.
There you go. Freddie, 17 Iowa State, 20 Western Michigan. Western Michigan looked absolutely terrible in the rivalry game against Central Michigan. Do you think they bounce back here, or do they wrap up their bowl season the same way they wrapped up their regular season?
Like I say, Iowa State I've been playing well going to the end of the year, and Western Michigan's kind of gone in the tank. I kind of think Western Michigan is going to rebound. They're going to give Iowa State a good game, but I still think Iowa State's going to come ahead.
Okay.
In Nash, Vegas.
All right. And Clint, 2 sub-500 teams playing each other. What are your thoughts on the Drunk Funk Bowl?
There's going to be a lot of drunk funks in the stand. And my prediction, this is my hot sports opinion, that at halftime they're going to call the game and just have a kegger on the 50.
That's always possible. In the AACL, you just never know what's going to happen. All right, folks, that is bowl game number 1 on night 2 this Sunday night. Moving on to game 2 on night 2. And this is none other. This is actually, I think, going to be one of the better bowl games, if you ask me. And this is the Fuck COVID Bowl this Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern. 8th ranked UCF, 7th ranked UNLV at the Menachie Care Car Bowl at Reliant Stadium in Houston. Clint, let me start with you. These are 2 finally teams that are over 500, and they're both ranked in the top 8, and they're both ranked next to each other. What are your thoughts on this one?
Oh, I'm rooting for UCF, man. That's my rival team, but I always want them to win when they're not playing me.
There you go. Gunny, what are your thoughts on the Fuck COVID Bowl?
The hell with COVID, the hell with Reliant Stay, and that's where my Falcons lost the Super Bowl. So the hell with this game and COVID.
And Freddie, let's wrap.
Go Running Rebel Knights.
Freddie, two teams that have had really decent seasons. UNLV was in the running for their division title up until the last 2 games. What do you think about this one?
And this is going to be a tight game, but like you said, UNLV did lose their last 2 games, and I think UCF did win their last 2. So I think UCF is on the upper trend, and of course, UCF is a bootlegger, so I'm always going for the bootleggers.
Yeah, actually, let me go to Clint. Clint, did UCF? You played them the last game of the season. You won, didn't you?
Yes.
What was the score? Do you remember?
I think it was a blowout.
It was a blowout. Okay. All right. So so it seems like most people in this panel, at least, are rooting for UCF. But of course, you guys are all bootleggers anyway. So welcome to Crazy Canuck in the house. Crazy, you've missed a few bowl games. This is bowl game number 5. This
Want to go back and review them?
Negative. This Sunday at 10 p.m. And let's move on to the 3rd bowl game this Sunday, which will be bowl game number 6. This Sunday at 11 p.m. Good night now, Bowl. This Sunday, 11 p.m., 22nd ranked Colorado, 21st ranked Marshall. Marshall's another one of those teams who was short in a home game, so they get, even though they're lower in the standings and don't have the tiebreaker against Colorado, they get the home game in the Belk Bowl at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Freddie, two very sub-500 teams. Colorado's been just terrible lately. Marshall's kind of been on the up and up for the most part. How do you see this one going down?
It's going to be interesting, but we're just going to see which team came out. Wants to win. I mean, both teams have played the year like they really didn't care to win. So I'm gonna go with Marshall because they've been playing a little better here lately. And Colorado they started off a little pretty good, but then they just been going downhill. I think Colorado's on a losing streak, ain't they?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they were. Colorado started off 2-0, went 1-7 the rest of the season. Clint, sub 500 teams, which are your favorites? So who's your favorite in this game?
Oh, got to be Marshall, man.
Because of the division.
My hot sports opinion is Marshall's going to play their best game of the season.
Wow. All right, that's going out there. All right, welcome to Frank the Franchise Wade in the chat. Frank, good to see you, buddy. And Gunny, you've got the last take on this one. The Good Night Now Bowl this Sunday, 11 p.m. Eastern. Two sub-500 teams. And again, another example of two teams kind of going opposite directions. How do you see it going down?
Mo Yards is going to enjoy bringing his California his Colorado treats all the way to Charlotte. I hear he's going to hang out with Fuck It All, who will be hanging out with his best friend in Charlotte before the bowl game.
Oh, there you go. See, Gunny
And
always,
go Marshall.
Gunny always with the inside information, folks. We have 4 more bowl games to go, so let me do a quick recap, like Charles wanted me to do in here. In case you just jumped in late, Crazy Canuck, this is just for you. Tonight, the first playoff game at 10 p.m. Number 3 Wyoming, number 2 Zips in the I-35 Wayward Bootfire Bowl at the Chick-Fil-A Bowl in the Georgia Dome, Atlanta, Georgia. After that game, that's immediately following this program, by the way. After that game, we have playoff game number 2, number 6 Houston sneaking into the playoffs. Number 1, Georgia State, the Axis Sports Bowl at the All-State Sugar Bowl, Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. Then starting this Thursday night, bowl number 1, the Thurford Bowl, number 14 SMU, number 12 CMU, 2 500 bowl games, traveling to Hawaii to have a great vacation and hopefully a great bowl game. Thursday night, game 2 at 10 p.m. Eastern, the Ping Eagle Bowl, where Chad gets to Ping Eagle during the entire game. 2 more 500 teams, but Air Force, I think, with a little bit of the edge in the Armed Forces Bowl, Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, Texas. That will be at 10 p.m. this Thursday in just 2 days from now. Wrapping up night 1 of Bowl Week on Thursday night at 11 p.m. Eastern, the Toilet Bowl, the bowl game that everybody's been waiting for. This will probably be the most watched bowl all week long. Number 24, Cincinnati. Number 23, Minnesota, playing at a unknown high school somewhere in the Midwest with upwards of 50 to 60 people watching the game. Moving on to Sunday night, night 2 of Bowl Week. 9 p.m. Eastern this Sunday will kick off the Drunk Funk Bowl. Number 17, Iowa State. Number 20, Western Michigan. This is in the game will be the Music City Bowl out in Nashville, Tennessee. The second game on Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, the Fuck COVID Bowl. Number 8, UCF. Number 7, UNLV. I think this could be one of the top 2 bowl games, maybe top 2 or 3 at the bowl games, if UCF shows up, unlike they did against Old Dominion in their rivalry game. This in the game will be the Meneke Car Care Bowl at Reliance Stadium in Houston, Texas. And then to catch everybody up before we move on, Sunday night, 11 p.m., the Good Night Now Bowl between number 22, Colorado, number 21, Marshall, in the game. This will be the Belk Bowl at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we're getting ready to move on to the last few bowls. Let me hit the chat real quick. Benji Matson's in the house. Bob Funk is here. Coach Craven, Crazy Canuck, Dave Axis, David Leathers, Doug Britton, Eagle Mondavi, Gunny McGuire, It's the Fritz, Mid Soon, Packer Fred, Sarah Lena, Sega Dream, Pseudo Nakai, and Frank, the franchise way. Thank you all for
Sarah
joining.
who?
Sarah. Thank you for tuning in to watch the AACL Bowl Selection Show before we move on to the playoffs this evening. Moving on to night 3 of Bowl Week, which will be Monday night, February 21st. That is President's Day. That is the night of President's Day, I guess, technically. And we will kick things off on that holiday with the Ssf Bowl, which will be the holiday bowl in the game. Number 19, Syracuse. Number 16, Louisiana Tech. And it's being played in San Diego because San Diego, in case you didn't know it, number 1 soccer city in America. And is, for those of you who don't know, the SSF is what? Anybody? Benji knows. I know Benji knows. The Simulated Soccer Federation.
I know, Coach. I know.
Yeah, you got it. The Simulation Soccer Federation. Benji's in the house. I see Eagle in the house. Crazy Canuck. They're all part of it. This will be Monday night, February 21st. The Holiday Bowl being played on a holiday. The SSF playing in the number 1 soccer town in America. That'll be night 3, game 1. Clint, Syracuse, Louisiana Tech, 2 really good, popular quarterbacks in this league with Peter LaFleur and Taz von Wolfswinkel. What do you think about this game?
Why did you name it after the SSF?
Just because I felt like it.
Okay.
There's
right.
Just because people put names in, I was like, oh, that's a good one. Let's just do that.
All right. Cool. I think last game Syracuse played, I think they played pretty decent. I think they're both teams did, but I think Syracuse is going to pull this one out.
Really? Louisiana Tech seems pretty hot now, Gunny. What do you think? Do you think Louisiana Tech going to keep their hot streak? Or do you think Syracuse is going to come out with this one?
First of all, I don't even think San Diego even has a soccer team.
They don't, but they are the number 1 populated soccer team. They purchase the most FIFA games every single year when it comes out on video games. So there you go.
And I don't know how you can say Thurford, but you can't say Sarah.
Because it's Sarah. Look at here. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. Hold on. It's Sarah LNA. So I feel like there should be an I, like it should be Sarah Lena, but it's Sarah Lena. Sarah LNA? I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know. Sarah, maybe you could chime in and let us know. Sarah,
this is gonna be a great game between the quarterbacks Taz von Wolkenwinkel and Peter LaFleur.
Yes, I agree.
I'm looking forward to that matchup.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a great. This could be the best quarter matchup of Bowl Week. Freddie, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree with Gunny. This is going to be a outstanding quarterback matchup between Taz and Peter LaFleur. Both teams played well the last week, but Peter LaFleur has been playing well. You know, he's been player of the week a couple weeks this year, so I think Lyle Tech's going to take this one.
Yeah, and then Clint, did I already ask you about this one?
You did.
Okay. All right, so that is your kickoff on Monday, February 21st, President's Day, the Holiday Bowl on a holiday, SSF in San Diego, Syracuse, and Louisiana Tech. The second game that night at 10 p.m. Eastern will be none other than the Diva Bowl with the 2 best teams that did not make the playoffs. Number 9, Kansas. Number 4, Old Dominion. And where else would you play the Diva Bowl other than Southern California, near Los Angeles and Hollywood, at the Rose Bowl? And, Freddie, let me start with you on this one. The Diva Bowl, these are the 2 best teams that did not make the playoffs. As we all know, Kansas getting their heart ripped out at the very end of the season. Do you think this could potentially be the best matchup we have in bowl season?
This definitely could be one of the better games we have in the bowl season. It all depends on what kind of games we have tonight. But other than that, this is definitely going to be an interesting one to see. Kansas had a big letdown last week, and ODU adds Unitas. He's getting hot, so I'm going to have to give a little ODU the nudge on this one.
Yeah, okay. Gunny, do you agree with Freddie? Do you think Old Dominion, coming off a hot win against UCF, is going to carry their momentum into the Rose Bowl? Or do you think Kansas has something to prove being pissed off after getting their heart broken last week?
Major Kittens is going to enjoy himself in Sunnyside, California, but Vad Unitas, that's a name for Hollywood.
Well, for certain parts of Hollywood, I think. Speaking of certain parts of Hollywood, Clint, you're going to be playing in this game. You're going to be coaching in this game. How do you feel about going up against a team that was only like 1 second away from making the playoffs?
It's going to be a good game, and I just hope that I don't see a lot of the two-down linemen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to see that. I think Major Kittens is going to see some big holes between your two defensive linemen. All right, folks, that is bowl number 2 on night 3, President's Day, Monday, February 21st. As we go, that's not what I want, into our last bowl game of Monday, 11 p.m. on President's Day. This is the Turn Out the Lights, the Party's Over Bowl. Number 13, Memphis. Of course they have to play in this bowl. Freddie's going to sing the whole game. At Washington State, the 11th ranked team. This will be the Alamo Bowl in the game at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. Clint, let me start with you. 2 more 500 teams, but 2 very good 500 teams who had to play some really tough teams in their divisions and took some bad losses, especially going 2-3 each in their divisions.
Yeah, my prediction on this game is Memphis is going to drop 40 on 40 points. Yep.
Really?
Definitely. Oh, yeah.
Drop 40 on Washington State. Wow, Gunny. What do you think about that bowl prediction from Clint there?
He's a little crazy, but Memphis is going to win, and Freddie's going to be singing "Turn Out the Lights" the whole time on the Riverwalk in San Antonio.
There you go. Freddie, how do you feel about playing in a bowl game named after the song that you sing every game in the AACL?
It's an honor, and hopefully I don't let myself down and disappoint myself on the field. Even if I lose, I'll definitely sing "Turn Out the Lights."
There you go.
Losing team.
Well, that's what we love about you, Freddie. All right, before we go into the very last bowl game, I'm going to do a very, very quick, fast recap, not as long as the last one, on what people have missed since they jumped in. I see some more faces. Let me hit the chat real quick. Alien Gathering, Benji Matson, B Robo, Bob Funk, Coach Craven, Commander Root, Crazy Canuck, Dave Axis, David Leathers, Doug Britt, Nico Mondavi, Wink is in the house, Gunny, It's the Fritz, Midsoon, Packer Fred, Sarah. Hold on, what did they say? Somebody just said something about that. Bob Funk, dude, it's Sarah Lena. Are you sure? I don't think it's the same person, bro, because it's spelled different. I'll say Sarah Lena for now. Sega Dream and Pseudo Nakai in the chat. Playoff game number 1 following this broadcast. Number 3, Wyoming. Number 2, Akron. The game after that tonight, the other playoff game number 2, number 6, Houston. Number 1, Georgia State. Our very first bowl game this Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, in the Thurford Bowl in Hawaii, SMU and Central Michigan. Following that game on Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern in the Ping Eagle Bowl will be number 15 Indiana and number 10 Air Force. That game will be played at in the Armed Forces Bowl in the game. The third game on Thursday night, the Toilet Bowl, number 24 Cincinnati, number 23 Minnesota, being played at a Midwest small high school to be named later that night. When we move on to Sunday night's game, the first game at 9 p.m. Eastern, Iowa State and Western Michigan at the Music City Bowl in Nashville, Tennessee, followed by the Fuck COVID Bowl, one of the closest, but probably the most contested bowl we have. Number 8, UCF, number 7, UNLV at Reliance Stadium in Houston, Texas. The wrap-up, the nightcap that night on Sunday night, 11 p.m. Eastern. Number 22, Colorado. Number 21, Marshall at the Belk Bowl at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Then we move on to Monday, President's Day, 9 p.m., Syracuse and Louisiana Tech at the Holiday Bowl on the holiday, followed by Kansas and ODU. This could definitely be one of the other top one or two closest, more exciting games to watch, I think. At the Rose Bowl, of course, where else could you have a Diva Bowl other than Southern California? And then wrapping up on the holiday, President's Day, Monday night, the 21st of February. Turn out the lights, the party's over bowl. Freddie and Memphis get to play in their own bowl against Washington State in the Alamo Bowl in the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. That brings everybody up to speed. And let's go the very final night of the AACL season 1.
We gonna get a drum roll?
Hold on. I can probably do my tongue. Hold on. How's that? Is that a good drum roll? 2 games that night. This will be next Tuesday, a week from tonight. Tuesday, 2/22/22 is when we wrap up season 1. We will wrap it up starting at 9 p.m., and this will be one of the other bowls. I know you're all looking forward to the Toilet Bowl, but I know everybody's looking forward to this bowl, and this is the Kansas City Moist Penetration Bowl between ECU and San Diego State. This might be the most fun game of the entire season. This will be at 9 p.m. Eastern. And, of course, it's going to be in the game. It's the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl because, baby, when ECU and San Diego State get together, it's a party at the University of Phoenix Stadium. This is going to be maybe the most fun we've had all season. So, Kansas City Moist Penetration Bowl, ECU, San Diego State. Clint, let me start with you. These are the 2 teams that probably have the most craziest names along with your Old Dominion Monarchs. One team is 4-6, one is 6-4, but let's be honest, we're just there to have fun and have a party that night.
Yeah, definitely, man. Reading out those names, but ECU's got an uphill battle going up in San Diego State. Number 5 versus number 18.
Yeah. I mean, normally this is the only bowl game that's that. It's got the parity or the, what do you say, that far apart, whatever. I'm lacking the word right now. But, we got to give the people what they want, and everybody wanted these 2 teams to play in the game, so they got what they want. I agree with you. I think San Diego State, Gunny, what do you think? Should San Diego State...
Yeah, somebody's going to get penetrated moistly.
That's no doubt. Gunny, do you think San Diego State should maybe spot ECU like 7 or 10 points before we start the game?
I don't know. The bowl's fitting for Do One Inya and Bucks Daly as the coaches. So the names are just fitting, and that's just a starter for some of the rosters that you will be hearing on that broadcast.
Do One Inya. Robo, did you hear that shit? Do One Inya. Freddie, what do you think about this Kansas City Moist Penetration Bowl?
Oh, this is going to be hilarious. I can't wait. I just can't wait to see who's going to commentate, who's going to do play-by-play.
Well,
it's going to be fun.
I've asked somebody to do it. I'm waiting for them to get back to me, and then I will be I will actually tomorrow, I will fill in the broadcast schedule with all the broadcasters for all the games so you guys will know who's calling which games.
It's going to be a belly buster right here with a porn star and Do One Inya.
Do One Inya. I think it's the one up in you, but either way, it's fucking hilarious no matter what you say. All right, folks, that is your last bowl game on that for bowl week. That's gonna be the last bowl game, but that night there is still one more game to play on Tuesday, 2/22/22 at 10 p.m. Eastern, following the Kansas City Moist Penetration Bowl. Will be your AACL championship game. Teams to be determined, obviously, we will know after tonight. This is considered the All-American Coaching League Bowl. It will be played at it's the AT&T Cotton Bowl in the game. It will be played at Cowboy Stadium in Dallas, Texas. And as a matter of fact, let me just real quick, I'm not sure if I touched on this. Oh, I did. I said the Tostitos Bowl. Good. So, Charles, let me start with you. The championship game, first of all, tell me which two teams you expect to play in there, and what are you expecting to see from the AACL National Championship?
I don't expect Old Dominion to be in that one.
You think?
And I wish it wasn't in Dallas, but other than that, I have no clue who's going to be in this one.
Well, it'll either be Wyoming, Akron, Houston, or Georgia State, depending on what happens tonight.
Yeah, so Georgia State will definitely be one of them, but I don't know. I can't tell you who
The other games are too close to call.
Yeah.
Freddie, let me go to you next. The All-American Coaching League Bowl is the AACL championship game a week from tonight. Who do you expect to be in it, and what kind of matchup do you want to see?
I want to see an exciting game. I think we're going to see two of the better teams, which will be one of them be Georgia State. The other one, I'm going to have to give it to Akron. Sorry, Dave, but I just think Akron's going to have a little better team than
that's fine. That's fine. I hope you're enjoying your last fucking show you'll ever be on with me ever again. And then let me go to Gunny. Gunny, I mean, you've got a horse in this race. Obviously, you're expecting your team to be here a week from tonight, next Tuesday. Who do you expect to play against, and what kind of bowl game, championship game are you expecting?
The championship game is going to be outstanding, no matter if it's Wyoming or Akron. But I would look forward to a rematch with Akron. But they do say when you play a team more than one time a year, you probably lose. So I think I want to try to play the Wyoming Cowboys.
All right, I could be totally down with that. I agree with you completely. Let me see. Anybody else join the chat here real quick? We've got about 10 minutes till we pass things off to tonight's broadcast crew.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dave, why don't you ask the chat who they think is going to be?
Oh, there you go. You go ahead. If you're in the chat right now and you're listening, and you're actually listening, go ahead and put in who you think is going to make it to the championship game. Wyoming or Akron versus Houston or Georgia State and Eagle Mondavi playing Nostradamus. The winners of tonight's games will be in the championship game. Real quick, I'm just going to run through these as fast as possible, and then we're going to start wrapping this up. Tonight, Wyoming and Akron for one playoff game. Houston and Georgia State following that for another playoff game. Time for me to take out my trash, as you can hear. Then starting this Thursday, Thurford Bowl, SMU and CMU, followed by the Ping Eagle Bowl, Indiana and Air Force. The nightcap for that game is the Toilet Bowl at an unknown Midwest small high school somewhere. That location will be disclosed later. Then we move on to Sunday night, the Drunk Funk Bowl, Iowa State and Western Michigan, followed by the Fuck COVID Bowl, number 8 UCF, number 7 UNLV, and the nightcap for that game, the Good Night Now Bowl, number 22 Colorado and number 21 Marshall. Then on the holiday, President's Day, the 21st of February, starts things off with the Ssf Bowl, Syracuse and Louisiana Tech, followed by the Diva Bowl at the Rose Bowl, number 9 Kansas, number 4 Old Dominion, and the nightcap for that game, turn out the lights, the party's over, number 13 Memphis at number 11 Washington State at the Alamo Bowl in San Antonio, Texas. We wrap the entire season up next Tuesday, 2/22/22 at 9 p.m. The Kansas City Moist Penetration Bowl kicks off between ECU and San Diego State. And then we wrap everything up, the entire inaugural season of the AACL, with the AACL Championship, the All-American Coaching League Bowl game, with the winners of tonight's games. I want to thank Charles, I want to thank Freddie, and I want to thank Gunny for coming on tonight. And before I let you guys go and we pass it on to the crew that's patiently waiting to take over to cover this first playoff game, Charles, let me start with you. what are your overall thoughts about these bowl games? Which one do you think is going to be the most intriguing? Do you see any potential blowouts? Just give me some overall thoughts of what you've seen tonight.
I'm just looking forward to the Toilet Bowl. That's it.
Did you get your tickets? Because I heard there's only like 50 of them.
Yep.
The Toilet Bowl. Wait till you guys see the stadium on that, bro. It's fucking bomb. It's literally one fucking set of bleachers, and not even a whole just one section. Not a whole sideline of bleachers. One section of bleachers with, I think there might be some people standing around like by the end zones or something, but it's fucking hilarious. It's awesome. Gunny, based on everything you've seen tonight, I think it's 13 games total if you count the 2 playoff games and the championship games. What do you what stands out to you the most? What do you think is going to be closest? Do you see any blowouts? Just overall thoughts.
3 games I'm looking forward to seeing: Old Dominion and Kansas, the quarterbacks of Louisiana Tech and Syracuse, and the Do You Want to Have One in Me Buck Daily Bowl. Just because I hope Greg Soto or somebody with his Asian persuasion is the commentator on that game.
That was pretty amazing. I think that DeJuan Upenya is going to have about 14 different name changes before we wrap up tonight. I think that's how that's going to roll. Freddie, same question to you, bro. We've seen 13 different games, 10 actual bowl games. As you have gone through the show tonight, what are your thoughts on anything, for that matter?
I think there's going to be some good matchups through the whole week in all the bowl games, but I'm definitely interested in tonight's games. They're going to be real exciting. They get to go to that championship game. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, that's actually a great point. I think there's two bowl games that stand out to me, I think, the most. The first game is the one between UNLV and UCF. I mean, a 7-8 game on a neutral field. I think that's just going to be phenomenal. But the most intriguing game to me, to be honest with you, I think is going to be that Kansas Old Dominion Bowl. Old Dominion is playing out of their mind right now. They blew out their rival game. They blew out UCF in their rivalry game. But I kind of just have this feeling that Kansas is super pissed about getting their heart broken with 1 second left to play by Frank the Franchise Wade and his entire Louisiana Tech team. And I just kind of have a feeling that Kansas might hang with ODU and have a chance to win it by the end of the game. I want to thank everybody for being in the chat for this. We're about ready to pass it off to the crew for the first bowl game tonight, or the first playoff game tonight, which will be Wyoming and Akron. Let me pull that up real quick and hit the chat. Alien Gathering, B Robo, Bob Funk, Coach Craven, Commander Roo, Crazy Canuck, Dave Axis, David Leathers, Doug Britton, Eaglemon, Davi, Gunny McGuire, It's the Fritz, Mid Soon, Packer Fred, Sarah Lena, Sega Dream, Suda Nakai, Frank the Franchise Wade. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. That was your AACL Bowl selection show as we get ready to kick off here in just a few minutes. The playoff game number 1 between number 3 Wyoming and number 2 Akron, as I get ready to pass the mantle over to none other than Rocco McLovin himself. Rocco, how you doing tonight? Welcome back, bro. What's going on? What'd you think about these bowl games coming up this week?
Yeah, so good evening, AACL. As the coach of IU, I'm really excited that I get to be in the Ping Eagle Bowl. That I'm going to ping that little bitch all night.
I
hope I wake his ass up because he's not doing work anyway. Just out there tapping fucking trees for maple. So I'm going to ping that son of a bitch all day. But anyway, it's going to be a good game. I mean, Air Force is a tough team. They've really climbed back. IU, we've been struggling a little bit. Typical IU football. But there's some good matchups. I think, there's a lot of good matchups. I can't wait to call this game tonight between Wyoming and Akron.
Yeah, and your sidekick tonight, I believe, is Patches O'Houlihan, Frank the Franchise Wade. Frank, are you with us?
Well,
with you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
One small step for man.
Everybody
Frank,
doing good.
Frank, I don't know how much of the bowl selection show you were able to catch, but if you did catch any, did any of that stick out to you? And what do you think about tonight's matchup between Wyoming and Akron?
I didn't catch much of the bowl presentation, I'm sorry to say, but I am excited about this game. Number 2 versus number 3. It's going to be good. You know, I think the Zips, they like to throw the ball around a bunch, and Wyoming is a team that can hang with them. So this is going to be an exciting game.
It is going to be. So, Rocco, I'm going to let you take this away as I get the game set up. I'm probably a couple minutes away from going on the field, so do your thing and you guys enjoy.
Yeah, so we are live in the Georgia Dome for the pregame. I am here, of course, with Frank. Frank, give me some keys that Wyoming's going to have to do. I mean, they are the number 3 team in the nation. What are they going to have to do to take down this high-powered offense in Akron?
Got to be able to keep everything in front of them. Don't get beat deep. Like I said, the Zips like to throw the ball around. Just keep everything in front. Kind of that bend, don't break mentality, and hope that they can get a pick here and there.
Yeah, and same for Akron. I mean, Wyoming is a team that we've seen they can hang with the big boys. I mean, if they need the offense, they can produce it. What does Akron need to do as well? I mean, it's basically almost the same kind of game plan, but what do they need to do to make sure that Wyoming is shut down?
Yeah, same kind of game plan. They're strong. Their defense is strong, and like you said, they hang with the big boys. So controlling the clock when they have the ball. I know that, like I said, they like to throw it around, but if they can control the clock and keep the Wyoming offense off the field, they'll keep this close.
Akron, of course, going through that dumpster fire division, undefeated, unscathed, 5-0. Impressive record this season for Akron. Wyoming, obviously, with a little bit tougher division, but still going 3-2. You know, these are 2 really good teams. They deserve to be in this playoff game, and I can't wait to get this thing going. So let's go ahead here in a sec and take you down to the field, down to the Georgia Dome, where it is going to be Wyoming taking on Akron.
Is it my? Yeah, I might have this wrong, but did Akron lose their only loss was like early in the season, and that was it?
Yeah, I think they lost Old Dominion, if I remember.
Okay.
Was it Georgia State? Yeah. It's amazing to say that Akron Zips are in a playoff game. All right. To the Georgia Dome for the first playoff game tonight between the number 2 Akron Zips and the number 3 Wyoming Cowboys. And Frank, I got to ask you real quick. I mean, who are some key players that you're going to be looking at in tonight's game?
That's a good question. Definitely going to be see the pressure on the quarterbacks. I think if Wyoming can get pressure on the quarterback for Akron, I think he's going to have a tough time. Maybe make a couple of errant throws. Looks like we got a big.
Look at this here. We got a nice little kickoff return with the game. He gone was trying to get gone, and obviously he did not go away. So bringing out the Wyoming offense here, man in motion coming out of the backfield. He drops back and from midfield launches one deep down the sideline, but that is way overthrown, and that was incomplete. Doherty with the incompletion there. Wyoming coming out, looking like they're trying to sling the rock and go deep early.
Yeah, Doherty had his man there. It's a good touch on the ball right there, and he's got a touchdown.
There's a little short route there to the wide receiver, He Gone, who made that really good return there just earlier, getting his first catch of the night.
He Gone's going to be great, a guy that needs to step up, and he did on that kickoff return, but he needs to be able to break one of these short routes into a long gain if he can.
And Doherty with the flip over to Ray Webb, but he doesn't get any yardage at all, and that is going to bring up a quick 3-and-out here for the Wyoming Cowboys, and that is the way you want to start it if you are the Akron Zips defense. And looks like they may be trying to line up here on 4th down here, Frank.
And they are snapping the ball. I thought maybe they'd try to get him to jump.
Look at that. Doherty finds his man, and that is a first down. Robert Stokes with a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, Stokes was a a good player for them last week, made a lot of catches for them, and was able to move the chains in their game last week.
Shotgun formation, getting the call from the sideline. There's a handoff to Ray Webb. He breaks one tackle. He breaks another tackle, barreling through people. Gets about 4 yards on the game. Looks like he actually got 9, but it only counts for 4.
Need a strong game from him. He needs to be able to help move the chains for Wyoming.
Looking at the poster boards on the sideline with all the crazy drawings that do audibles. Dockery looking to the sideline. He does that look. And I don't know if that was completed or not, to be quiet.
Out of bounds. I think it was out of bounds.
All right, so Wyoming coming up here on a 3rd and 6. They are 0 for 1 on the 3rd down conversion so far. Dockery, shotgun formation, running back split off to the right. He fires it into the running back, Ray Webb, and he gets just short of the 1st down. That is going to be 4th and inches. Let's see what Wyoming does here.
Going to take the points.
Looks like they are going to be kicking a field goal. And then meanwhile, watching that imaginary dumpster float around the field there was a little interesting. The kick is up, and it is good. And Wyoming taking an early 3-0 lead here.
Not a bad drive right there. Had an opportunity to put 7 on the board, but they're happy with 3.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great call there on 4th down. Great play call to get that wide receiver out to the outside to really make a big play. And now let's see what Akron can do to respond. Trey McIntyre with a 27-yard return, and that is going to be 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line for the Akron Zips, coming out in a 4 wide receiver set. Drops back. He's got plenty of time. He fires to the outside, makes a catch, and that is broken tackle, and he's past the 40, and he is going to be tackled back down about the 24-yard line. Nate Griffin with a 45-yard play.
Very impressive run right there after the catch.
What a play there by Nate Griffin to be able to just truck through that, truck through 2 defenders. Sets the running back in motion. He's going to fire down there, and that is going to be out of bounds. Brandon Davis overthrowing his man. Great defensive pressure there by the Wyoming secondary.
On that first play, they not the pressure that they were wanting to get. He had plenty of time to survey the field and dump it off for that big gain.
And that is going to be Nate Griffin right there with a 5-yard rush. And they're going to go to this hurry-up offense here down in the red zone. Shotgun, 4 wide receiver set. Running back off to the left. Looking like he's going to get the change of play here. He drops back. He's looking. He slings it over the middle, and that's a complete catch, and that's a touchdown. Eric Chavez with a 19-yard touchdown catch.
Again, no pressure on the quarterback. He's able to look the field over and find his open man, running the dig route right there, catching about the 5-yard line, and all that's left was crying right there with touchdown walk-in.
Beautiful route there ran by Eric, and there is the field goal. It is up and is good, and Akron fires right back with a response of their own. 7-3, 2:34 left here, and Zip fans are going wild.
I was saying, controlling that clock, they go down there and score pretty quick, and they're tough. They're tough. They don't like to run the football a lot. They like to throw it around a lot, and they score quickly. So, Wyoming's going to have to do something now to get the momentum back on their side.
Yep, let's see how Wyoming responds, because that really could set the tone here, not only for the rest of this quarter and a half, but also for the rest of the game as well. Shotgun formation. Hands it off to Ray Webb. He barrels through one player. He gets a 1st down and a little bit more. And that's a 13-yard gain there, and they're going to go into the no huddle.
Good hard run for Webb right there. Three carries already for 16.
Formation once again. Looks like they're changing the play from the sideline. Drops back. Doherty fires, and that was tipped around, and was that actually intercepted? No, it was not.
That was very close. They had 2 chances on picking that ball off there.
Yeah, I thought the first guy was going to get it, and then that second guy actually made a dive at it and was not able to get it completed. So 4 wide receiver set. Ray Webb going in motion, going to stay in the backfield to block. He fires, and that was incomplete. And that was just not a good-looking pass there by Doherty.
Doherty had a man open, just missed him.
He definitely did have that man open indeed, and that would have been a big gain if he was able to complete it. Split back shotgun formation here. Doherty drops back, finds his man on the outside. That is complete at the 40-yard line. He gone with a 13-yard reception and a 1st down.
Big, long pass right there. Ball's up in the air for a long time, but he's able to find his man. He gone.
Doherty, shotgun formation once again. 3 wide receiver set. Coach Dave Axis changing the play from the sideline. He faked handoff, and that is a beautiful play there. He gone once again, being the main target of this Wyoming offense. 3 catches for 31 yards so far.
He gone is going to catch one of those short routes, break a tackle, and he's going to be gone if he can get loose.
That's why his name is He Gone, Frank. Doherty drops back. Finds his man on the outside. That's Ray Webb. He tiptoes on the outside to stay in bounds, and that's going to be a 7-yard reception. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 3. Going with that no huddle once again. Ball on the 41-yard line.
A lot of these college teams, they're liking to give that tempo, checking the play on the sidelines and running.
Axis rubbing his bald head. That means go deep. And he doesn't go deep, but that is going to be a reception by Ray Webb. 1st down and 10 for the Cowboys.
Ray Webb already touched the ball about 7 or 8 times so far in this game.
And there's the fake. Doherty has plenty of time. He fires way down the sideline. That was way incomplete. Not sure what he was trying to do there. Looked like it was pretty good coverage, though, by the Zip secondary. And I don't know if you've seen that pop up there, Frank, but He Gone looked like he had some back spasms going on. So
back spasm says he'll return soon.
Looks like Coach Axis is going to have to give him one of those special rubdowns. And that is going to be a 14-yard gain there by Robert Stokes. But more importantly, that's a 1st down right outside the red zone.
Axis is going to have to pull out his Theragun and do some pounding on He Gone's back spasm.
Well, he'll be doing some kind of pounding. I just don't know what it's going to be. Doherty drops back. He's got plenty of time. The pocket is collapsing. He fires. Oh, and incomplete. He had a man. His man had the Zip defender beat, but he cannot get that play completed. And that is going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, had the open receiver. Doherty was a little off balance, but unable to put that touch on it.
And look at this play. Fires to the outside. He finds his man, Brett Lawson. 20-yard reception. Goes out of bounds right about the goal line. And I would imagine that this could be a good play here for Ray Webb. Just to run it. I'm really kind of shocked they went this route. Doherty's got plenty of time, and he throws it out of bounds. Frank, I don't know if you saw that, but they had 3 down linemen. That middle was wide open where Ray Webb could have run it in.
Ray Webb could have walked into the end zone on that play, on that formation or two.
Doc drops back again, 2nd and goal. He's got plenty of time. He's getting flushed out of the pocket. He's throwing and that is caught. Touchdown, Paul Smith, the wide receiver with a 1-yard touchdown catch.
Speaking of moonwalking, Doherty just moonwalked, turned around, and just closed his eyes and chunked it.
Yeah, pretty much. That was kind of a desperation heave from 1 yard away. And I got to tell you, I'm not really liking the play call, but oh, wait a minute. Looks like the booth is going to review this touchdown.
That's a touchdown. He's in. He's got both feet in.
Reviewing that he went past the line of scrimmage because he's not, obviously. But what are they reviewing?
I don't know. He's clearly in the end zone, both feet.
Yeah. I don't understand where this comes from. And it looks like the play stands as we figured it would, and that is going to be touchdown Wyoming, and they take the lead right back here, pending the extra point.
Team play drive right there. It only took 1:44 off the clock, 13 plays, 81 yards to give Wyoming the lead here.
Coach Axis, not surprising. He's smacking some man's ass on the sideline. And Akron looks like they're going to just touch this back. And looking at the stats here so far, 20 plays for the Wyoming offense compared to 4 for Akron.
4.
4 plays for Akron's offense so far. 4 wide receivers set. Drops back. He's got plenty of time. Finds his man down the field. And look at this. Cross halfway. Across the midfield, and Chavis once again with a 34-yard reception.
Again, no pressure on the quarterback. He's got plenty of time to survey. If the first guy's covered, he just checks it. He just keeps going down through his progression, has plenty of time to do it.
On that no-huddle offense, this team is chunk play after chunk play. Zips finds their man, gets the first down, and he is gone. Nobody's going to get to him. Touchdown, Nate Griffin, 41 yards.
Was that 2 plays?
That was 2 plays. And this Wyoming defense is not going to be able to, is so far not finding an answer to stop this high-powered Zip offense.
Nate Griffin might have my vote for Heisman Trophy candidate.
He has looked the part in this game for sure. I mean, he had a big reception on that first drive. That was about 40, 50 yards. Takes that one right there to another 40-yard reception for the touchdown. And the Zips respond back very quickly. We're still in the first quarter, Frank.
Yeah, 33 seconds remaining, and it's two good drives by both teams, and the Zips just scoring quickly. Might be too quick.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too quick. He gone, looking like his back spasms were rubbed out beautifully by Coach Axis, and gets about a 37-yard return. 27 yards.
Must have been all that ass patting going on.
Yeah, there was a lot of ass patting in that Wyoming sideline. And that is going to bring up the Cowboy offense looking spry and fresh and ready to go. 4 wide receivers set here. Doherty, shotgun formation, drops back. He looks in the middle of the field. He finds his man, and that is Donald Harris with a 13-yard gain. That's the first time we've called his name tonight.
Donald Harris was another play guy that Doherty was turning to last week.
And they're getting a call once again from the sideline. Doc drops back, and he finds his man just past the first down marker, and that is going to be Robert Stokes with a 15-yard gain. And once again, that's another Wyoming first down.
3 receptions for 39 yards for Stokes there. Stokes and Harris, they're kind of quiet. The next thing you know, they've got 6, 7, 8 catches.
Doherty looking pretty efficient tonight, 12 of 19 so far. And that's 13 of 20, and that's a beautiful play there. Just getting past the first down. He gone with a 12-yard reception.
Egon doing a good job with those short intermediate routes right there and turning something out of it into a bigger gain.
4 catches for 43 yards, 10.6 average per catch tonight for Egon. And that was going to be tipped away. Charles Day with a good tip.
That was a ill-advised toss right there. He was well covered. Charles Day was in between him and the quarterback, and Doherty tried to fit it in there.
Split back formation here from shotgun set. Doherty slings it over the middle, finds his man down to the 5, and it looks like he did find in the end zone. Touchdown. David Andrews, the backup halfback. And what a play there by Doherty, finding his man in the middle of the field. And look at Andrews just barreling his way through 3 of the Zip defenders. And that is a touchdown in Wyoming, taking the lead back once again. And I got to tell you, Frank, we were expecting high-powered offense. We got it.
Yeah, we've seen now that both offenses have shown up to play, but I think both defenses are still in the locker room.
And that is going to do it for the first quarter, folks. It's only the first quarter. And the score is already 17-14. The defenses, as Frank mentioned, are not here tonight.
What's the over and under on this game?
Got to be 90. Jesus. Got to be rough. And Trey McIntyre with a 27-yard return. And looking at some first quarter highlights here from Akron. There's a lot of them. They played really well. I don't even know if they've ran 10 plays so far. And
I think we're up to 6 plays, 2 touchdowns.
I think we're up to 6 or 7, yeah. 4 wide receiver set, single back formation. Drops back, and there's the handoff. That is going to be looking like he's breaking tackles left and right and gets a first down. Nate Griffin with an 11-yard gain.
Man, running and bumbling, stumbling, breaking off 3 or 4 tackles right there.
I mean, normally you don't see the run coming out of the Zips offense, but that was a really good run there by Griffin.
Griffin, again, is the athlete of this group here. There's some good ones.
And that is going to be completed. Look at the breaking a tackle here. Wyoming needs to learn how to tackle the damn guy. And what a pass there. Todd Bennett with a 22-yard gain. Brandon Davis, 5 of 6. Passing today, really efficient. Davis drops back, finds his man, and that is going to be A.J. Archer.
Finally got a little pressure on him.
And I want to thank everybody for jumping in here and watching the AACL playoff game number 1 tonight. Looking at people in the chat, too much to go through. I'm not going to do it right now. Man in motion. And that's going to be a handoff to Griffin. And he's going to be stopped on the line there, and that's going to be 3rd and 1. I want to get through the chat and say hello to everybody, but you know what? I talk to you damn people all the time anyway. We got some really good football going here, Frank. Davis getting the play from the sideline. Fakes a handoff, and look at this. Davis is going to keep it for himself. That's a first down, and he breaks a tackle, and he is gone. That is a touchdown. Brandon Davis, 30 yards.
unbelievable. You would think, as much as they've thrown the ball in the air, and here they score with the quarterback on the run. Breaking tackle.
I mean, he just made that Wyoming defender look like a bitch at the end of the day. He just made him look terrible. And if I'm Coach Axis right now, I'd be furious at the sideline right now because all they're just doing a bunch of grab ass. That's all they're doing.
11 plays, Chad. 11 plays, 3 touchdowns.
Wow, 11 plays, 3. I mean, that's unbelievable. I mean, we talked about it in the pregame. This Akron team can score very quickly, and you're seeing it. 21 points on 11 plays, and shut down Island, returning it for 26 yards. And looking at some more highlights here from this game, I mean, this is just back and forth. Both teams playing well, at least offensively. The defenses have been a little bit different, but, you know, when you're in a shootout, that's what you kind of expect, right? Shitty defense and offense.
If one defense can get us just one stop, that might be the whole game right there.
And a little quick screen here by Wyoming, and that was a really good play. Robert Stokes with 7 yards.
That's his 4th catch of the game, almost 50 yards.
Doherty, 15 of 23, 174 yards, 2 TDs. Getting the play from the sideline once again. 3 wide receiver set. There's the handoff to Ray Webb. He's going to get to the outside. He's going to get through, and that's going to be a first down. Ray Webb with 3 yards.
Good lower the shoulder right there, getting to make sure he gets the first down.
1st and 10, a ball on the 37-yard line. 4 wide receiver set. Shotgun formation. Doherty overthrows his man, and that is going to be a complete 2nd and 10.
He's had some opportunities and made some bad throws. Hopefully he can sight that scope in before this game's over.
4 wide receiver set here for the Cowboys. Doherty finds his man on the slant route. Beautiful catch there. Brian Zachary with a 12-yard gain and another first down for the Cowboys.
I believe that's the first catch for Brian Zachary.
I believe you are correct there, Frank. Doherty drops back. Finds his man once again, and that's another first down and more. He gone with a 17-yard gain.
I just want to see him catch a slant, just take it, just run by everybody.
Yeah, he's one of them people that I think that little screen pass that they did a little bit ago, if you get it to he gone, I think he could make some plays like you were mentioning and take it to the house. Doherty, plenty of time in the pocket. Fires, and he finds his man, and that is Robert Stokes again with a 22-yard reception.
That could have been a disaster. Two receivers in the same spot, but Stokes was able to come up with it.
And 4 wide receiver set. Hurry up offense here for the Cowboys. Doherty has time, and what a throw, but that was tipped away by Blake Jackson. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Oh, I thought he was going to thread that and get it in. It was the way this is going. I thought that was a catch for a touchdown.
That was a very tight window, something that Coach Axis has no idea about, the word tight. Doherty drops back and overthrows it and throws it into the crowd here at the Georgia Dome. And that may have been Gunny McGuire on the sideline catching that for a souvenir.
Well, here at the Georgia Dome, Gunny's going to be there.
Oh, 100%. I guarantee you, Gunny. Hope you have a beer for me, buddy. Doherty fires it in the end zone, and that is caught in the back of the end zone. David Axis Jr. Are you fucking kidding me? This guy with a touchdown. What is he, like number 9 on a depth chart? What the hell is this?
He's like number seven receiver.
They went to the bottom of the barrel to find that guy. First catch of the night there for David Axis Jr., and it's a big one. That's going to give the Cowboys a 3-point lead here. 2:46 to go here in the first half. This has been an exciting game so far.
If he doesn't catch that ball, Dave Axis locks him out of the house.
I guarantee he does, 100%. And Trey McIntyre with a good return there, 32 yards, and they keep showing the same play. Same 2 plays.
Same two highlights.
Same 2 highlights. Well, there we go. Brandon Davis with that beautiful run he had earlier for 40 yards and a touchdown. And
what I've noticed on the kickoff returns, they're averaging probably like almost 10 yards more than I've seen during the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a really good job on the return game and setting themselves up with good field position. I mean, 1 play and they're already almost to midfield here.
How many guys has Nate Griffin just bitch slapped and got?
But the entire Wyoming defense has felt the wrath of Nate Griffin. Davis Drops back, finds his man, and he good passes defenders, and that's a first down. Todd Bennett with a 20-yard catch.
Todd Bennett with another catch right there. If he could have turned it up a little tighter, may have taken it down the sideline.
4 wide receiver set. Wide receiver's a little slow to get to their spot. Winkler giving a play from the sideline. Davis looking, plenty of time in the pocket, and finds his man, Allen Davis, with a 6-yard gain.
That's Allen Davis's first catch.
Yep, first catch, and I'm sure he's not down on the depth chart as far as Dave Axis Jr. 4 wide receiver set here for the Zips. Davis, plenty of time, finds his man, and barreled through there. Todd Bennett just got smacked the fuck up. And he, Ouchtown, population you, bro. 4 wide receiver set. Davis, shotgun formation with the running back off to the right. There's the fake handoff, and Davis keeps it for himself, and he breaks a tackle, and he breaks another tackle, and he is down past the 15-yard line. Brandon Davis with a 13-yard gain.
Brandon Davis been watching some film of Taz Von Littlewinkle.
Taz Von Littlepinkle? That's what I swore you said. Nate Griffin on the sideline there, 2-yard reception. And I got to tell you, I mean, Wyoming is going to have to make some halftime adjustments to watch out for that quarterback sneak there by Davis. I mean, that's been very effective 2 times he's ran it. Griffin getting stuffed at the line there and losing 2 yards, and that's going to be 3rd and long here for Akron, something they don't have a clue about in this game so far, going for 3rd and long.
I don't think they care if it's 3rd and long. It's because they're chunking it anyway, so.
Yeah, look at that 3rd down conversion there. Beautiful. 3 for 3 today. 4 wide receiver set. Brandon Davis looking for 4th in a row. Davis drops back. He's going to fire that in the end zone, and that is going to be caught. Actually, it's short of the end zone, but that is going to be 1st down regardless. A.J. Archer with the big catch, and that's going to be 1st and goal from the 2.
12, and that was probably one of the most important receptions right there.
And Nate Griffin running it in for a touchdown, and that is going to put Akron back up on the board. Going to be 28-14 after the extra point.
That's Nate Griffin right there with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And I got to tell you, 9 plays, 64 yards. That was more plays on that drive, I think, than they ran the entire first quarter.
I think you're right.
Zip fans are going crazy. They're loud and proud, probably halfway hammered because fuck knows they're from Ohio.
Gunny says, is this the Punters Don't Matter Bowl?
This is the no defense bowl. I agree with Bob Bond. This should have been the where the fuck's the defense at? And look at the return.
Another good return.
He gone trying to do his best Chad Rowland impression and trying to do a kickoff return, but that didn't.
Yeah.
And you're going to see some highlights again. They keep showing the same 4 over and over and over again. And let's see what the Cowboys can do here. I would love to see a big response here in the first half to take the lead.
Got 2 down linemen by the Zips.
Going deep.
He's wide open.
Look at this. He is gone. Touchdown, Donald Harris, 69 yards. Throw your 69s up in the chat. I know it's not the 4th quarter, but holy shit. I said they need a response, and they just did it.
Now, that's the first play of the game was that play right there that Doherty missed, and he made sure he didn't miss this one.
Look at the 3 people in the chat that listened to me. 69's up in the chat. There's a 4th, damn it. And there's the kick. It is up. It is good. What is the okay, Frank, let's put some money on this now. You have all the money in the world. What are you going to bet that Akron gets a touchdown here with a minute to go?
Some time on the clock to make it interesting for Wyoming to score again.
I have to, and I hate to say this, and this is going to sound really fucking weird. I'm going to throw up in a bucket when I'm done, but I almost have to agree with the Eagle here. This first half has had more offense than Natty's had all season. That's a valuable point. No offense. No offense, Cincinnati.
20 plays for Akron. 20 plays for Akron, 28 points. They might score on their 2nd play.
Davis finds his man. Ooh, and that was dropped, actually, incomplete. Only his 2nd incompletion of the half so far. 11 for 13 today for Davis.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, and that one wasn't his fault. He put it right on the money. That guy needs to bring that in.
Four wide receiver set for the Zips once again. Davis. And that is going to be the first sack of the game. And not sure who actually got that.
That's fine. That's about time. That's the first time they've gotten real pressure on him, and they were able to bring him down.
And Brandon Davis looks like he's going to fake the handoff. He keeps it for himself. Look at him juking on the outside. White man's got moves. He is past midfield. And that he goes out of bounds, stopping the clock. What a run there by Brandon Davis. As I mentioned earlier, look at that. He's like, bitch, get out of here. Look at that. White man can jump, even though he didn't jump.
I think Axis is going to have that guy on the sidelines here in a minute and ask him what the hell just happened.
Yeah, he's going to give him a little rub down he may not like. Davis drops back. Finds his man on the outside, and that is going to be A.J. Archer with a 7-yard gain, but more importantly, it stops the clock.
That's his third reception, 25 yards, and yeah, stopping the clock, 36 seconds. One timeout remaining.
Four wide receiver set. Davis drops back, looking down the sideline, and that was not complete. Couldn't really tell from the camera angle. The lighting was a little rough, but it was incomplete nevertheless. 3rd and 3 for the Zips. Four wide receiver set once again. Running back split off to the right. And that's a handoff to Griffin. He's going to go up the middle. That's a first down, a little bit more. Griffin's still going. And that's going to be a 12-yard gain. The clock is running. The clock is running.
Got to move those chains.
Davis changing the play. Drops back. Fires on the middle. And that's going to be complete once again. Nate Griffin. And that is going to be a 2nd and 4. And the clock is still running. They are hurrying up, getting to the spot there. Davis finds his man, and oh, that is incomplete. Good deflection there by the defender. And 3rd down, 6 for 6, as you can see in the first half here for the Zips. They have no pressure at all right now. 3 wide receiver set. Looks like the tight end's on the left side there. Fires over to Griffin, and he was stopped just short. Or actually, that was Lonnie Adams.
We're going to go in tied at 6:31.
Akron is going to kick a field goal here. 3 seconds to go. And that is the kick. It is up, and it is good. And Akron ties it going into the half. As you can see, 31 all and 62 total points combined here in the first half. I mean, that's just insane. I mean, we knew that we were going to see some offense, Frank, but I didn't know about that much offense. What is your reaction to this first half?
Told you at the beginning this was going to be an exciting game, and it sure is. This is the one that everybody's wanting to watch. It's very entertaining. Not entertaining if you're a defensive guy, but for an offensive guy to see all these points being scored, it's exciting to watch.
And I got to tell you, I mean, that was a great first half of football, no doubt about it. Looking at the same 4 highlights once again, there was a lot more that happened in this game. Damn it! Show the highlights.
I don't know what to do after 31 points for each team. They're stuck on the same 4.
Look at the time of possession. I mean, 4 minutes and 41 seconds for Akron, 5:19 for the Cowboys. Only 19 rushing yards for the Cowboys. Maybe that changes here in the second half. But so far, I mean, Akron has looked really balanced. 222 yards, 109 total yards rushing.
I think 109 yards rushing. It might be a little deceiving because that's mostly the quarterback there, Brandon Davis. I know that Griffin is doing a good job trucking people, but he's getting about 5 or 6 yards a carry, something like that. He'll bust to like a 12-yarder here and there, but I think Davis has got most of those rushing yards.
And thank you once again, everybody, for coming to the game tonight. We are live in the Georgia Dome, the home of Gunny McGuire. And speaking of Gunny McGuire, let's take a look at the chat here real quick. The beautiful Benji Matson, always in here. B.E. Robo, Bob Funk, Crazy Canuck, Dave Axis, that fucker's in here. David Leathers, Eagle Mondavi. I'm going to ping the fuck out of you during our bowl game. Winkler is here. Gunny is here. Midsoon? I don't know who that is either, but oh well, you got a weird fucked up name. Freddie is here, and Frank is in here with me as well. We are calling a great game here so far in the AACL playoffs. I thought maybe Clint Torres would be here, but he must have went to bed. So
we might have a new highlight. We got a new highlight.
Holy crap, there is a new highlight. That big 69-yard touchdown catch there for the Cowboys showing on that highlight right there. And let's go ahead and get to the action, Frank. Akron's going to start with the ball here. They just got a field goal. looking for an opportunity here with 5 wide. Davis keeping that for himself. He runs up the middle, and that is going to be hit hard. He gets 2 yards on the play, trips over a guy.
I don't know if that was a designed run or not because there was no pressure on him. He just tucked it and ran.
Yeah, it looked like a designed run there, which I was kind of surprised by. Davis, 5 wide receiver set again, drops back, finds his man just short of the first down. And that is going to be A.J. Archer, 4 catches for 32 yards today.
15 of 19 for 230 yards.
Davis getting the play from the sideline, man in motion. Looks like the tight end. Davis finds the tight end, drops the ball. And that was really kind of an easy play there for the Zips, but they end up going 3 and out.
We have a punter, Chad.
We actually have a punter in this game. Wow, this is impressive. And this is the first punt of the night of, I don't even know what his name is. That's how much we don't even know what the hell their punters are. And it doesn't even matter. I mean, just punter number 1. And looking at some Wyoming calls here, look at that, including David Axis Jr. His one and only catch for a touchdown. You know that was just rigged by the coaching staff, for God's sake.
That's the stuff Wyoming needed right now. They can maybe now get the momentum on their side.
100%. And I got to tell you, I think one of the keys for the second half is who can make an interception. There's not been an interception in this game yet, and I'm going to probably do announcement commentator jinx here in a second.
Yeah, that's Doherty's first time. Keith Hart going down on the sack right there for -5.
Yep, good play there by Keith Hart, making the sack coming off that block from Drew Carey. And good little sack there. That did not sound good at all when I just said that. Second 15 for the Cowboys. And it didn't take very long. Somebody already brought up Stover in the chat. Damn it, Eagle. Shut the hell up. Doherty drops back once again, and he is sacked again. And Keith Hart again with his second sack of the night.
They're going to have to get that left tackle some help because Keith Hart has found a rhythm now and is able to get to the quarterback. So they're going to have to keep a back in or a tight end.
Number 74, Drew Carey, worrying about hosting Whose Line Is It Anyway. Did he host Whose Line Is It Anyway? Yeah, he hosted Whose Line Is It. Good call. Doherty, 3rd and long. And that's going to be a deep shot down the middle, and that is going to be tipped away. Charles Day with a deflection, and that's going to be 3 and out for the Cowboys. And there's the Cowboys punter now.
Yeah, back-to-back punts. Unbelievable.
This is what we thought would happen here in the second half. Watch there be 0 points scored, and we're going to go into overtime.
That ball could have been easily picked off. He decided to knock it down instead of trying to put both hands on it.
And I don't know if he's ever going to be tackled.
I thought he was breaking out of there.
I was like, wow, look at this shit. There you go. And that is going to be 4 wide receiver set here. Shotgun formation for the Zips. Man in motion coming out of the slot. Davis hands it off to Nate Griffin. He's going to go up the middle. He breaks a tackle. No, maybe not breaks a tackle, but he does push his way through and gets down about a 10-yard gain. It's going to be just short, though, 2nd and inches.
He's got as many tea bags as he does touchdowns.
What a great stat, Frank. I didn't even know how to react to that. Davis with the fake handoff. He's going to keep it for himself. He gets the first down. Tells that boy, get the fuck off me. Even though that guy made the tackle, he still telling him got the fuck off him that first time. 6 rushes for 77 yards for Davis today. And they're going to go to no huddle offense here. 4 wide receiver set. Man coming in motion from the slot. Davis trying to find that first down. Drops back. He finds that first down and more. What a great pass there. Todd Bennett wide open for 17 yards.
Todd Bennett's 4th reception, 62 yards on the day. Brandon Davis, 246 yards, couple TDs, and driving.
And the great thing about this is both quarterbacks, 0 interceptions, having very efficient days today. Fake handoff to Nate Griffin, and look at Davis just keep.
Ain't nobody out there.
He's going to march down the sideline. That's going to be another touchdown. 20-yard run there for Brandon Davis.
Wow.
Wyoming has no answer. I don't give a shit what Axis says on the sideline. They have no answer for Brandon Davis and that little fake handoff.
He's been watching some Nate Griffin film and learning how to shake the tacklers off. Impressive run by Brandon Davis.
Brandon Davis, I'm assuming, probably has over 100 yards rushing today just alone. And get you a drink of Gatorade there, big boy. You deserve it.
He's got his head saved like Dave Axis.
I mean, maybe Dave Axis is the milkman in his life. You never know. You know, he had to bring some cream, right? He had to bring some cream to the family. So, anyway, all right. Wyoming has got to respond. 4 wide receiver set, shotgun formation here for the Cowboys. Dick Doherty drops back. He's got plenty of time in the pocket. He's going to sling it down the sideline, and that is going to be out of bounds, overthrown, and just bad.
Looking for Gunny again.
He was over there looking for Gunny to give him, and I just got deeply disturbed because I'm going to be apparently getting some man milk later. Thank you very much. Doherty fires over the sideline. That is complete. Robert Stokes with the toe catch for 18 yards.
Robert Stokes again quietly having a good game. 6 receptions there.
You bring the milk. I got the bottle, Dave Axis. I provide my nipples too.
What?
Axis with a quick throw over to the left side. That is going to be completed. Brian Zachary with 9-yard reception. I was saying, if you brought the milk, I have the bottle and I have my own nipple. That's what I'm saying. Do you not understand what I'm saying?
Not talking to me. He's talking to Axis.
I was clearly talking to Axis. I know he hears me. And look at this. And that's a completed pass to the sideline. That is going to be he gone with a 12-yard reception.
He gone 6 receptions, 72 yards. He's creeping at that 100-yard mark.
He's having a really good day today. Doherty, of course, also having a really good day today. 4 wide receiver set, running back off to the left. Doherty slinging it to that left side, and that is going to be completed. Brian Zachary with a 15-yard reception. And wait a minute, it looks like there's going to be a review here. And does he get – it's 1 foot, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah, he's got his left foot.
Look at him drag that left foot, too. That should be a completed catch. And it was a coach's challenge. My mistake there. And the play does stand, and that is going to be 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. 4 wide receiver set, shotgun formation. Both these teams really running a lot of shotgun formations today. And that is going to be to the outside. Paul Smith with a 3-yard gain. And they're going to go in that no-huddle offense once again here. 4 wide receiver set, shotgun formation still. 3 down linemen for the Zips, and that's going to be
there's a handoff.
And it's going to be broken up, and that is going to be a 7-yard gain, and that is going to be a 1st down, 1st and goal for the Cowboys on the 8-yard line.
Got their rushing yards up to what, 26 now?
And 4 wide receiver set. Doherty finds his man just short of the goal line, and that is going to be completed. There is a flag on the play. First foul, face mask, defense.
1st and goal.
They're going to get half the distance to the goal, and that will put them on to 1.
Automatic 1st down.
1st down for the Cowboys. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Wyoming would have been able to score eventually anyway, but regardless, it's a bad penalty there by the Zips.
Run that ball.
And look at this throwing it. You. This is not Doug Flutie. You can't just throw it to the uprights and call it points. 2nd goal to the
Run
Cowboys.
that in.
Yes, that's what they need to do. Then it looks like they may be doing that right now. Heavy set formation here, I-4. Hands it off to the running back, and he just walks it in. David Andrews with a touchdown. And look at this now. Wyoming with a PAT is going to tie this ball game.
That's David Andrews' 2nd touchdown.
Yep, he got that one really big catch that showed every highlight every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And now here we go, and that extra point is up, and it is good. And this game is tied once again, everybody. 1:12 left in the 3rd quarter here. You are watching the AACL playoffs here on Axis Sports. Wyoming, the number 3 team in the nation, taking on Akron, the number 2 team in the nation. And if this is indication of how the playoffs are going to go, this is going to be a really fun AACL playoffs to watch this season.
Good coverage right there by the kickoff team for Wyoming and stopping that long return that we've been seeing.
And it will always be 69 time, Bob. Don't even play.
This is probably their worst starting position here.
It actually probably is. You're absolutely right. Nate Griffin with a 4-yard rush there, and the clock is still running. That's going to be 2nd and 6 with just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Davis, 4 wide receiver set, getting the play call from the sideline. And there's a handoff once again to Nate Griffin. He cuts it into the hole, and beautiful tackle there. 2-yard gain for Nate Griffin. 10 carries for 58 yards today for Griffin.
Linebacker said he's tired of Nate Griffin running over everybody.
Zach McIntosh, 5 tackles on the day. 3rd and 4, and look at this. This is a really weird offensive sequence here for the Zips. 3 straight running plays. They go nowhere, and now they're going to give the ball right back to the Cowboys.
Yeah, they haven't run the ball maybe 3 times the whole game, and then they sit there and run it 3 times in a row.
But what this does, Frank, is gives Wyoming a really good field position here.
Yeah, it's a good job by the Wyoming defense right there. I think what Akron was trying to do is maybe try to sneak one through, maybe pop a long one right there, but couldn't get it done. Wyoming played it pretty well.
The AACL community in this game was split down the middle, 10-10 on the pick'ems in this game. So far, it's looking pretty accurate, and that is going to be completed. 2nd and inches. He gone. 7 catches for 82 yards tonight.
We got both offenses over 400 yards.
And that is going to do it for the end of the third quarter. You know what the fuck to do. Put your 69s up in the chat. We don't put 4s in this league. It is 69s. I know they're putting 4s up because they're from fucking Akron. But that is going to be the end of the third. 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a really interesting fourth quarter, Frank.
Yeah, it's going to be whoever's got the ball last, it looks like. Still, defense is not showing up, but 1 drive each. But we're back to scoring fest again.
And that stat, to me, does not fucking matter. And 12-yard reception there for he gone. The producers in the back are trying to tell me some stats that I don't really give a shit about right now. 3 wide receiver set, because we're in a hell of a game, damn it. You just keep your mouth shut, producer.
Charles Day with his 5th tackle.
With that formation, that is going to be a screen right there. Yeah, look at this.
Oh!
Trips. But he still gets a 14-yard reception, still gets that first down. And that is going to be a no-huddle offense here. Split back formation and shotgun set.
Now over 400 yards thrown.
And look at this. Beautiful play there. He gone with his 10th catch of the night. And Dick Doherty almost with 430 yards passing on the night here. And Wyoming, look at this. They are in the red zone, Frank.
Man, this is just going back and forth. It's just unbelievable how the defenses have not shown up.
Ray Webb just getting short of the goal line, but it does give them a fresh set of downs here, and they're going to go no huddle. I would assume that it's going to be a handoff right here to Ray Webb.
If he throws this out of the back of the end zone.
And look at that. Smart play there by Dick Doherty. Finally, somebody with the name Doherty makes sense. Down for the Wyoming Cowboys. And look at this. Wyoming, Akron had that 38-31 lead there, and then Wyoming has scored 2 straight touchdowns with no answer. So very interesting here in the fourth quarter. He gone as back spasms again. Maybe he'll be back later on.
Time for some more ass pat.
It might be ass pounding this time. Ass pats. Yeah, the first time you just get a pat from Dave Axe. Second time it's a pound. Third time he's eating a booty like groceries. Akron coming up here, 5 wide receiver set. No running back. Davis drops back. Slings it to the outside. That is going to be caught by the Nate Griffin. He was actually in the slot. And that's going to be a 4-yard catch.
5 wide, no help in the backfield. You'd figure he'd have to get rid of it quick, but he still had plenty of time.
4 wide receiver set here. Davis drops back. Outside catch once again. Todd Bennett with only 2 yards, and that's going to be 3rd and 4. They need to go forward, not sideways.
2 punts for Akron, 1 punt for Wyoming.
3 wide receiver set. Griffin in the backfield. Man busts out in motion there to the left side to make it 4 wide. Davis has to sling the rock in a hurry, and that looks like it's an interception. It looks like that's the first interception of the day. Wyoming keeps his feet in bounds. That is 100% a pick. And Davis making the first mistake of the day. And look at this. All of a sudden, Frank, the Cowboys cross midfield and looking really good and poised to score another touchdown.
Winkler looking at Davis like, why are you throwing it in double coverage?
And Doherty, I don't know what the exchange happened there. I don't know if he looked like he almost tripped when he threw that. And that was incomplete nevertheless. 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys.
I'd like to see that again. It looked like he handed the ball off and Webb threw the ball, but I was so confusing.
It was a really odd sequence. Speaking of Webb, there's a 7-yard reception there by the running back, and it's going to go into a no-huddle offense. 4 wide receiver set here in shotgun formation. Axis changing the play on the sideline.
Left.
And look at Doherty taking a page out of Davis's playbook. 11-yard rush there, and that is going to be a new set of downs. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the ball game. Wyoming looking to put the dagger in this game here right now. Shotgun formation once again. Webb motioning to the outside. He goes to the outside, and that looks like it's going to be out of bounds. 32 of 48 today for Doherty.
Got another booth review.
Yeah, he looked clearly out of bounds to me. And yeah, he's out of bounds. Not sure what the booth is doing. Smoking their lunch or something. And the play's
reversed.
Interesting.
Oh, wow. Gain of 2. Stop the clock.
For 2 yards. That was a lot of work there for 2 yards. Doherty letting this clock run down. They are already pretty much in field goal range, so they're in a pretty good spot right now.
Why is the clock still running if he went out of bounds?
That's a very valid question. Don't know. You know, it's the AACL. Who knows?
And that was an incomplete pass, and the clock's still running.
Yeah, very odd indeed. I think somebody, Freddie may be singing "Turn Out the Lights" because that's why the clock's running so much. But split formation here for the Cowboys. The clock is running.
The scoreboard operator had a heart attack with all the points being scored, and there's nobody there to stop it, I guess.
Yeah, not sure. They're not too sure exactly what the hell to do. This is just continuous running clock. And Doc drops back, finds his man, and that is going to be complete. And that is going to be a touchdown. He gone 27 yards, and that, my friends, is what you call the dagger.
We've been talking about it all game, him taking a little gain and breaking it into a bigger gain, and there it was. That might be the final blow that you were talking about.
Yeah, that is definitely got to be the dagger. 38 points with 1:44 to go. I mean, if a team can do it, it is going to be this Akron team, that is for sure. And with the extra point, Wyoming is going to go up 52-20 or 52-38.
And the clock finally stopped.
The clock did stop, so at least somebody's up there. The Georgia Dome going crazy. They stopped a streaker on the sidelines, supposedly, what I'm getting in my ear, and it sounded like it was might have been Gunny McGuire. Not really too sure. But look at Akron here trying to answer. Allen Davis with a 44-yard return, putting Akron in really good field position.
They need to rename the Georgia Dome to the Gunny Dome.
Yeah, just the Gunny Dome. That'll work. 4 wide receivers set here for the Zips. Looking to score fast. Hits his man on the outside. That's not going to do it. Todd Bennett with a 6-yard gain. Clock is still running. This is when the clock needs to stop for Winkler. Davis.
Plenty of time.
Firing deep down the field, and that was incomplete. Shut down Island with a deflection, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Shutdown Island's been real quiet all game, and now he's able to knock one pass down.
Yeah, that's like the second time. I think he did a return earlier in the game, and that was his first deflection of the night. 3rd down and 4. for the Zips. Davis. Plenty of time in the pocket. Good protection. And he I said good protection. I must have been lying because John Potts with his second sack of the game. John Potts.
You got to have that clock ticket.
Was getting manhandled, and the guy was like, whoop, I'm done.
The guy, he was holding the ball for an awful long time. Lyman probably thought it was already downfield and turned to look to see what was going on and let Potts go.
Look at this. Almost 900 yards of total offense for both teams so far today. Last chance for the Zips. Davis has to find somebody. Fires it and completed down the sideline past the 20 to the 15, and that is Quentin Stevenson, the first time we've called his name tonight.
He must be down there on the depth chart like Axis Jr.
Yeah, he's down there along with Axis Jr. Axis Jr. is probably the water boy and just had pads on ready to go. And look, speaking of Quentin Stevenson, there's a 15-yard touchdown. Where's this kid been all day?
He's been on the bench with Winkler discussing this drive right here.
And what a great route there by Stevenson. I mean, move that man up the depth chart, why don't you? The Zips with a little bit of life here. 45 points so far. And a touchdown. You know, if they get an onside kick return here, if they're able to field it, this could be a very interesting time.
Here for 45. Sorry, Chad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good.
So you score 45 points in a game, you expect to win.
And looking at the last 5 drives for Wyoming, look at that. Touchdown, punt, touchdown. And it looks like Wyoming was able to cover it. So now you have the victory formation here for the Wyoming Cowboys, and not sure where Freddie is. Maybe he's around. I need to hear some turn out the lights. Freddie, take it away, buddy.
Turn out the light. The party's over. Say that all good things must end. We'll call it a night. The party's over. Until tomorrow, we'll do the same old thing again. Good night, Akron.
There we go. And looking like Wyoming is just trying to run the clock out. They do indeed. And Dick Doherty with the final play of the game, and Wyoming with the win, taking out the number 2 ranked Akron Zips, and Wyoming playing for their chance. They have one more game to win the national championship with the score 52-45. Frank, what is your reaction to this game?
Oh, the first thing is wow. I just cannot believe. I talked about being an exciting game. It was an exciting game. And like I said, 45 points you expect to win. But when you got Doherty throwing for almost 500 yards and 5 touchdowns, that's just very impressive. I hope that they save some for next week for the championship game because they're going to need it. Whoever ends up winning that game, everybody's saying Georgia State, they're going to need those points.
Yeah, I guarantee that on the sideline when Gatorade was being dumped on Coach Axis, I guarantee he was saying group hug in the showers tonight because they are going to celebrate this big victory here against Akron. Akron, one of the most high-powered offenses in the AACL. They did a really good job. I mean, they really came out and scored a lot of points, but we said it that, Wyoming was a team that can hang with the big boys, and they certainly did.
That was good. They did. And Akron, cannot hang your head to Akron. Like I said, scoring 45 points right there. 144 yards rushing on 19 carries, 318 yards passing. That's an impressive game plan, and they did a great job offensively, defensively. They couldn't get a turnover. They were only allowed to get one stop. And Wyoming was able to take advantage of a defensive stop and a turnover.
And I got to tell you, I mean, the last 2 minutes of that game with the clock that ran down, there could have been a little bit more time there for Akron, but obviously with the touchdown, they would have had to get the onside kick anyway. They failed to do that. I don't think that really would have mattered now looking back on it. But I'll tell you the big key there, that one interception thrown by Brandon Davis, that was a big turning point in this ball game.
Yeah, I think Winkler's still scratching his head on that. Again, he was throwing the ball to a man that had two men covering him, and he was trying to make a play. Panicked a little bit, thought maybe he could fit it in there, but wasn't able to.
Let's look at the stats here real quick. Brandon Davis, 21 of 28, very efficient, 75% passing, 3 TDs, 1 pick, 318 yards with a long pass of 45 yards. Nate Griffin, 11 carries for 55 yards and a touchdown. Brandon Davis, who really was a key piece in the rushing attack with those fake handoffs and just running to the other side, 8 carries for 89 yards, 2 TDs on the day, including a 32-yard touchdown. Todd Bennett, leading the way in receptions with 6 catches for 70 yards. Nate Griffin, 5 catches for 98 yards. A.J. Archer, 4 catches for 32 yards. Griffin, Stevenson, and Chavis with a touchdown each. Let's take a look at the defensive stats here. 6 solo tackles there for Charles Day, leading the way in tackles for the Zips. And 2 sacks for Keith Hart today. He had a big game as well. And if I remember correctly, the interception was made by that's on the Wyoming side. My fault. I was looking.
Yeah, Wyoming side.
Yeah, Wyoming side. But looking at this defensive stats, I mean, the defense played. I mean, granted, I think the defenses for both sides played a lot better in the second half, Frank.
I think you're right. You had the turnover, you had the 2 punts by Akron, so there was 3 drives right there that Wyoming was able to stop, and then the 1 drive that Akron was able to stop. Just that Wyoming was able to take advantage of a mistake here and there and get that extra touchdown that was needed to win.
Let's look at who I think is probably the player of the game, Dick Doherty. 34 of 54, 164 yards, 5 TDs, 0 interceptions, 68% completion percentage with a 69-yard TD pass to boot with that rating of 178.9. Great game overall by Dick Doherty.
Yeah, that rating is probably one of the highest ones, if not the highest one I've ever seen. Not much from Webb on the ground, 7 carries for 30 yards, averaging 4.2. That's good, but his damage was done in the air more than it was on the ground.
100%. He gone, as we discussed before. One of the big keys in this offense today. 11 catches for 143 yards and a touchdown, Frank.
He gone. Talked about him all game, catching those little intermediate routes for 10 to 12 yards, and was able to turn around and break one of those for a 27-yard touchdown to seal the game.
And I like how the producers are hovering over David Axis Jr. to show the stats. Nobody cares. Let's look at the defensive stats here. John Potts with 2 sacks on the day. Crazy that one player on each side had 2 sacks and nobody else. A little odd.
Yeah.
2 sacks.
And they were was Potts was no, it was the Akron player Hart that got the back-to-back sacks.
Yeah, he had back-to-back sacks. John Potts had 2 sacks on the day as well. And then, of course, when you're looking at the interception, the one lone interception
by Davis.
Yeah, was made by Davis, if I remember correctly. How did David Axis Jr. get a tackle? I mean, seriously.
Got to be on special teams. Got to be special teams.
It's got to. I mean, oh my God. The man does everything. He catches touchdowns and he makes tackles. It's like he kicks ass and he chews bubble gum, but he's all out of gum. So, really good game here by both teams. I mean, obviously, Akron, like you said before, Frank, I mean, you can't hang their head. They played fantastic. They scored 45 points. But at the end of the day, no defense in the first half. That probably hurt them a little bit. And the fact that Wyoming made that big interception there late in the third, early fourth quarter, if I remember correctly, and was able to score on that with 2 straight scores and no response. That's what really put them behind.
I agree. I agree with that right there. Wyoming was able to maintain control of the ball, leading the time of possession, more first downs. Akron with that quick scoring, they scored 2 touchdowns on 6 plays early. Whenever they were forced to try to drive the field, it was a little bit more difficult for them.
Yeah, and looking at the players of the game, Brandon Davis, 21 of 28 for 318 yards, 8 carries. For 89 yards and 5 total touchdowns on the day. Dick Doherty, 5 total touchdowns on the day for him as well. So both quarterbacks really played well. And as you can see, the guys that are the defensive player of the games were the guys who had the 2 sacks each. So my player of the game obviously goes to Dick Doherty. I just think, he just led that team down, especially when they got the interception. They were able to, turn that turnover into points, and that's what really sealed the deal for this game.
Yeah, I agree with you. He even when they fell behind, he didn't panic. He stuck with the game plan that Axis had laid out for him, and like I said, highest rating that I've seen from a quarterback, in almost 500 yards passing and 5 touchdowns. It's very impressive. Got to be player of the game.
And looking at playoff game 2 here, before we turn it over to the next crew, the number 6 Houston Cougars, only because they won the division, going up against the number 1 team in the nation, Georgia State, 9-1, 5-0, undefeated in their division. Frank, give your analysis real quick on these 2 games before we hand it off to the next crew.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be as high scoring on both ends as like this last one was. Georgia State has been well coached and well prepared for every ball game, even the loss they had. So I see an uphill battle for the Cougars of Houston. Not saying they can't do it, but I just think it's going to be a little bit tougher than what we saw in game 1.
I totally agree with you. I think this will be a defensive battle as well, and I'm really excited to watch it. So once again, thank you, Frank, the franchise Wade. This is Chad Rowland, and I'm going to turn it over to the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend. He gets all the ladies from what I hear, something that Dave doesn't do. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Soto. Greg, I'm turning it over to you.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Frank. Great call there on that first playoff game, and here we are for game number 2, Houston at Georgia State, and with me in the booth, none other than Winkler. How's it going, sir?
It's a wonderful night. How's it going with you?
It's going fantastic, man. I think this game's this game is going to bring some aggressive cuddling.
I love aggressive cuddling, especially with Cuban missiles.
Yes, fantastic. Fantastic. I love it. I knew you were always into Latinos. So what do you think here? At number 6. I mean, this is tough. I mean, Chad just talked about it briefly. Houston won their division, but they're 6-4, number 6, and they're going into the number 1 team. What do you think about this game, Winkler?
I'll be honest, I haven't seen much of Houston, but I have been on the wrong beating stick of Georgia. State, and I'll tell you what, every team is going to have a rough time stopping this run game. It is just unlike anything that I've seen before. And can Houston put their 6-4 record up against the wall against this juggernaut of a? It's like an avalanche, right? They start running downhill and they keep running downhill and they keep pounding down your throat and they just keep yards and yards and yards and just beat the living crap out of you in the trenches. And once that machine gets going, you can't stop it. So you got to stop it early. You got to force them out of their run and start passing.
Yeah, that's true. And it's brutal. I've seen Georgia State. I've called them. I played against them. Even their backups are just on a whole nother level. So again, we're going to go ahead and go into Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, All-State Sugar Bowl. And here we are for playoff game number 2. Number 6 Houston at number 1 Georgia State.
I'm not going to answer you on air.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, at Mercedes-Benz Superdome, Houston versus Georgia State.
Superdome looking packed tonight, and it's looking
Yeah.
packed full of Houston people.
Yeah, the Cougars bringing in some fans here. Cougars against the Panthers.
Cougars travel well, and they'll take care of you at night.
Yeah, wow. Panthers kicking off right to the Cougars. Let's see what Houston can do here. And decent return for about 22 yards there by Bennett Stewart. 1st and 10 now for Houston. Let's see what they can come out with here in their very first drive against the #1 team in the country. And quarterback keeper, he's going to keep it. Oh, then he pitches it, finally tosses it out. Perfect. Nice run there by Arthur Leo, basically running right next to his quarterback for 19 yards there, Winkler. And here we go. 1st and 10 now at the 39-yard line. Houston coming in, again. It's almost like the wing. Okay, pitch to number 35, trying to find some room. Dion Ware, 0 yards, brings up 2nd down. Tackle made by Laurel Hardy.
Sorry about that. I was hacking up a lung.
Oh, it's all good. I felt your touch a little bit, but I didn't want aggressive cuddling yet. And here we go, another toss to the other running back, Arthur Leo.
Is Houston known for their option play?
Not that I know of. They are. Oh, okay. First time I've seen Houston all year, and wow, what a sack there. K. Dean sacked by number 24, Glover. That was nasty, Winkler. Untouched, just came right through.
That was, and not something you want to do on your first possession is not only not score points, you don't even get a chance to really change the field.
Yeah, definitely. Number 24 is showing there how he assaults people with his friendly weapon. 4th and 17. Here we go, Panthers. Decent return there by Carson for 12 yards.
Let's see what Georgia State is going to bring to the first playoff game. Will the spotlight be too big?
I don't know. It hasn't been so far for Georgia State. And here we go. Oh, my goodness. Just running right through people. Belushi, 14 yards. I mean, this is how the last game was. When I announced their game, Belushi was just going crazy in the first quarter.
Yeah, Belushi was like a bowling ball.
And a good run there as well. 8 yards already in Cougar territory. 2nd and 2 already from the 36-yard line. Quarterback keeper, that is a first down. Still on his feet, still going through. He's gone. Touchdown, Rodney Dangerfield, 37 yards, and that puts Georgia State up 6-0.
Hey, are you sure Rodney Dangerfield doesn't play for Wyoming? Because he gone.
Unbelievable.
Interesting, his first run, he slides, tries to avoid the tackle, or avoid the big hit. And then his next 2, he just says, you know what? I'm going to throw a caution to the wind. And he just bounces off people and takes the last one to the house.
Yeah, Dangerfield definitely wanted to fill the cream donut right off the bat. And here we go. Houston gets the ball back. Good return there for 25 yards. Stewart on that return. 1st and 10, and let's see what Houston can do on their second drive. Starting here from the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. And quarterback keeper's going to pitch it. He keeps it there. K. Dean, 6 yards. We're going to see what this Panthers defense can do with this Houston Navy offense that they're running. We'll see what's going on here. And again, we want to say thank you to Alien Gathering, Art Vandalay, Levin Banji Matson, B Robo, Bob Funk, Commander Root, Crazy Canuck 17, Dave Access, and there's a toss right there. First down, 6 yards for Leo. D Leathers Gerald Winkler, Gunny McGuire. It's the Fritz, Midsoon, and Packer Fred 38053, Sarah LNA, Sasha 757 OK, and that's another first down there for Gary. Sega Dream, the Greg Soto, and True Blue X. Thank you for watching Game 2 of these playoffs, and already at midfield, Winkler.
Yeah, and actually throwing the ball once. Now back to the pitch.
Yep, we're back to pitching it. There you go. Leo for 7 yards. Second and 3 now from the 44-yard line. And Dean holding on to the ball. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and sacked is Dean. Dean goes down, -3 yards. Simon Green greasing that loaf pan.
Woo! So Georgia State just looks good on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, they do. They're just. I think they're going to be making this this offensive line of Houston do hot yoga all night long. And Dean, oh, he had a man open, Winkle. What was going on there? Maybe he could have gotten a couple yards.
He had a man open, but he had pressure. Is the only thing that I can think of. They had a chop block, and the guy was getting back up and get back in his grill, so maybe he's just scared to take a hit.
Wow, and here we go, a punt. And it goes into the end zone.
Almost a good
punt. That was close. And here we go, second drive for Georgia State. I think what was the last drive was 4 plays?
4 plays and a 30-ish yard run to the house.
Jeez. And here we go, Dangerfield passing. Oh, had a man there. If he would have maybe a little bit lower pass there, might have gotten to him.
Still probably amped up from the adrenaline of that touchdown run.
Yeah, I believe so. 4 wide here, Georgia State. Oh, quick screen pass. Oh, and it goes just for 3 yards for Freeman. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 now. That's Freeman's first catch, and actually Dangerfield's first ball that's been caught. Here you go, Dangerfield. Good pass, easy. Yeah, like you just said, to Carson for 11 yards, first down.
That's way too soft a coverage you play on 3rd down, especially when you need to stop. You need to get some momentum.
Yep, 33-yard line here. Dangerfield hands it off, still on his. Jeez, Belushi's just an animal.
Both runners are an animal. Both Dangerfield and Belushi.
Yeah.
I mean, just pick your poison. Who are you going to tackle?
1st and 10 from the 47. Here you go. Dangerfield. Oh, and he keeps it, and Dangerfield loses 4 yards. Zeus Kent. Yes, Zeus Kent.
Very good. Have to see more of that from Zeus to keep Houston in this ball game.
2nd and 14, 2nd and long now for Dangerfield. 3-step drop, still trying to find. Oh my goodness, he can't find anybody. There we go. Is he going to make it? Oh, the pass is incomplete.
Out of 13's hands.
Yes.
And then almost picked.
Almost picked there by Sherman. Now it's 3rd and long, 4 wide out of the shotgun. Dangerfield. 5-step drop, short pass there. Is he going to get it? No, almost 10 yards, Quinn.
Quinn just not fast enough to get that.
Wow, and Houston
forcing
makes a stop. They make a stop. Here we go.
Zeus Kent on the tackle again. That dude is flying.
He sure is, and that punt goes into the end zone.
I thought that ref was going to try to catch the punt. He ran up on it.
And just with 23 seconds left to go, I mean, Georgia State up 7-0 here. Number 6 Houston, number 1 Georgia State, and here we go. Houston with the ball again. Oh, nice toss there to 35. Oh my goodness, he might have a lot. Oh, that's a lot of room. What a run by Ware for 30 yards.
It almost seemed like he didn't turn on the gas until
right here.
Late.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I'll give it to Dean. Dean knew he was going to get lit before tossing that ball, and he just took it. Right at midfield, Dean again. He's keeping it. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow. Push it out.
Oh, wow. What a run by Dean. Oh, my goodness. That's another 20-some yard run.
The running back that was running with him kind of hurt him. If he would have went past him, and he could have blocked somebody and sprung him.
I think he was waiting. He knew Dean was going to get tackled. He was just waiting for Dean to toss it to him. And that's the end. That was the last play of the first quarter. This game's moving fast. 7-0 Georgia State, but Houston moving the ball. And Dean gets sacked for 2 yards. Wow, they got good ball placement there. I mean, they're only giving him a loss of 2 yards when he actually lost like about 5.
Look at all those blue jerseys. A bruised rib from Phillips.
Wow, number 21.
Houston.
Yep. Bring up the next man. Here we go. 2nd and long from the 31-yard line.
Look
and
at all
that
of this pressure.
Yep. Panther defense reads that as well. Sack again by the Panthers. Good read there by number 44. The Panthers 3rd and long here. They got to be careful what play they choose here. I think they're still in field goal range here. Going for a pass. Oh, little wobbler. Oh, and he caught it. First down. Murphy, 16 yards.
You have got to give credit to number 8. I mean, he is hanging in there play after play and taking some shots to get these plays off.
He sure is. I mean, the Panther defense is making him pay for everything. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Here we go. Houston. Taking their time. Oh, and sacked again. Dean, oh my goodness, this Panther defense is ridiculous.
And what are you going to do? You got 2 guys, one play in the running back and one play in you. What do you do in that situation?
My goodness, I think Dean's already been sacked, I think 5 times already, and we're only in the first half. Dean with the keeper. Oh, and he tossed. Wow, dangerous toss, but there you go. Touchdown, Leo. And Houston scores and makes this a game pending the extra point, Winkler. 7-6 right now. And this will be all tied up here right now in the second quarter. Number 6 Houston coming to play.
Arthur Leo dancing into the end zone.
That was a late toss. Again, Dean is just getting punished. We'll see how long he can keep this up. But this Panther defense is just punishing him every single play, whether it's a sack or when he tosses the ball. There's anywhere between 2 to 3 Panther defenders there just ready for him.
We're not tracking key injuries on key positions, are we? Because I would love to know how many times the Houston quarterback has been injured or knocked out of the game.
Oh, and look at Dangerfield. Oh, Dangerfield trying to do the Dean thing now here, but no, he only gets 1 yard.
So both quarterbacks prone to being knocked out with their brazen heroics.
Yep, 2nd and 9 here. Dangerfield finding Gunner for 19 yards, and here we go.
I think that's like the 4th pass we've seen, maybe the 5th pass we've seen all day.
Yes, a lot of runs, and here you go. Yep, Belushi for 5 yards. 2nd and 5 right at midfield.
Belushi, 3 touches, 33 yards, averaging 33 yards.
And Dangerfield keeping it. First down. About an 8-yard run there. And here we go. They're already in Houston territory. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Oh, quick pass, real quick. Negative 3 yards there to Freeman. Number 30 for Houston was ready. Read that perfectly. Was right there. Good open field tackle. Loss of 3 yards.
If you're 87, you just got to slap that ball away. Take the incompletion.
And here we go from the 46-yard line. 2nd and 13 for Georgia State. Now going up. 4 wide now. Dangerfield, 3-step drop. Trying to find some room. Oh, and it was caught. Oh, barely down by his feet. Carson, what a catch to save that.
Running backwards.
Running backwards with
360, no skill.
Crazy. 3rd and long here, 3rd and 7 with 3 wide. Dangerfield, getting pressured again.
He gets it off.
Wow.
It goes nowhere. The Cougars are pouncing on D tonight.
Yes, they are. And look at this pressure right there in Dangerfield's face. I don't know if Dangerfield's seen this much pressure already. Houston coming up strong on their side of the field. And Georgia State's got a punt now for the 2nd time in a row.
It's another injury on Houston. Number 4 will return soon.
Yeah, Houston.
That's
this is definitely a hard-hitting game.
Players.
Yeah, hard-hitting game here between Houston and Georgia State. And here we go, Winkler. Okay, let's see what Houston can do. They have the ball at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. They were able to score in the last series. Let's see what they can do here. 2 minutes left to go. And Dean again gets punished for 2 yards.
I would really like to see a play action and then try to take the top off the defense. Just one time from Houston.
A lot of time there. Good pass right to the middle. 7 yards to Leo. Brings up 3rd and short now for the Cougars. That's Leo's first reception. And Dean's been running a lot, but he's only 3 for 4 for 34 yards. And here we go. Houston, 3rd and 2. Taking a little bit of time here. They're feeling probably confident.
Nothing.
Yep.
Trying to leave Georgia State with nothing just in case they don't pick this up. It's going to be another option to the top of the screen. That's what it looks like.
Oh, and handoff right off the bat to Phillips, 4 yards, 1st down. And a Houston timeout stops. Oh, no timeout there. So the clock is still running. They got a long way to go here, at least for a field goal try. They still need about, I want to say like 30 yards here. Oh, and he goes out of bounds. Not bad. 3 yards, goes out of bounds, stops the clock, 2nd and long. From the 36.
Yeah, is this where you get in trouble as an offense that primarily runs? You don't know what to do when you need points quick?
No! Shoestring tackle there. Dean. No gain there. Hardy all over the field already with 8 tackles. 3rd and long now for Houston. And here we go. He's got to run. And he fumbled it.
And nobody wants to put on the ball.
Wow.
Georgia State gets a teleport into his hand.
Now, was his knee down, though, when he fumbled the ball? Or did he lose it? He lost it.
Clocked.
Well, I don't know. That knee looked, that's so bang right there and he's hurt.
Yeah, bad.
Yep.
Oh,
there you go.
He tore his ACL. Eagle, are you here?
Oh boy. And Georgia State making a statement here, picking up that fumble, going deep. Dangerfield wide open. Letterman for 43 yards.
And Georgia State all of a sudden says, we can throw.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 22. Here you go, 36 seconds left to go. Dangerfield just throws it up for Carson. 1st down, 30 seconds to go, 9 of 11, 98 yards, Dangerfield.
They still could run the ball. They still got one time out.
Yeah, they still have time here. Dangerfield with the keeper. Oh, nice slide there.
I'm not sure if I like the slide there, though.
Oh, he was going to get lit up. He was about to get lit up, though. Dangerfield into the end zone.
He's got
touchdown.
David Letterman with a diving toe touch.
Wow. What a statement. Georgia State on the Houston miscue there. On the fumble by Dean. Wow, that's a touchdown anywhere. Well,
talk about a momentum shift. You're Houston, you're thinking, at best, you're going to go in up 3 points. At worst, you're going to go into half tied. And now your starting quarterback's knocked out, possibly for the game. He's out for the game.
Oh, my goodness.
A strained pectoral, which he was holding his knee, so that's weird. And you're down by a touchdown.
Wow. And he's gone for the game. That's a horrible loss right now.
And I believe Georgia State gets the ball at half.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Houston was receiving in the first quarter. Oh, and you could tell already Leo only 1 yard there, just letting the clock run, not even using any timeouts. This has got to be demoralizing here, Winkler. Wow.
Yeah, definitely a deflated Cougars. That their coach is gonna have to really be pumping in some good mojo at halftime.
Wow. And there you go, halftime now. Georgia State, and you can tell there the Houston players are just distraught. They can't believe it. They've had an opportunity. Dean goes down now for the rest of the game, losing now by a touchdown. Still, I mean, they're still in it, but losing Dean is huge. And we talked about it. How many more hits is Dean going to take? And sure enough, by the end of the second quarter, that was it. This Panther defense was just over him the whole game. Dean, it was just too much.
I think Dangerfield saw the hit that Dean took, and that's why he said, you know what, I'm going to slot next time.
Yeah, I'm going to start throwing. Yeah, 14-7 here in New Orleans. Again, Georgia State leading 14-7. There you go. Passing yards, 107, Georgia State. Rushing, definitely Houston's favor. I don't know if that's going to continue now with Dean out of the game. Houston dominating time of possession, but that one turnover cost Houston that touchdown right after that. So 14-7, huge. And here we're going to go into the second half where, like you called it, Houston's got to kick off to Georgia State.
Going to need to get a big defensive stop here, and then you're really going to have to see what this backup's made out of.
Yep. Good return there by Carson for 27 yards. And Panthers offense ready to go here from the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Coming off 4 wide. All right. Oh, wow. What a dangerous pass there.
I don't understand how that happened. He goes to throw the screen pass, and it hits the defender in the leg.
Yeah, I don't think the defender even knew that he was going to pass it. Pressure there to Dangerfield, but he gets it off.
Flag on the play. Roughing the passer.
That could be.
Nope. Pass defensive offensive pass interference?
Wow,
yes.
Offensive pass interference. Oh, and the coach can't believe it. He's like, what's going on here?
Sir, did you see the late hit on my quarterback? Yeah. No, we were too busy watching the hit on the quarterback.
Another quick screen there to Gunner for 7 yards. They're still 3rd and long, but this is somewhat manageable.
You need the stop.
And Dangerfield, 5-step drop, short pass again.
Attack. Not going to get the first down.
Just too much, and you called it. Good stop here by Houston. They're going to get the ball back around the 25, 30-yard line. Let's see what they can do with their backup quarterback.
How do you feel about that check down right there? Are you thinking, we knocked out their starting quarterback, so, what's the harm in giving it to them? Let's not risk it.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is, again, we're going to see here. I think Georgia State's putting a lot of the game on their defense. And here we go. Look at this. Getting away from run. Nope. They're going to go run right up the middle. Phillips for 3 yards. It's a little bit different look. They're not going into like a wishbone. So let's see what they can do here. Oh, here we go. Backup quarterback.
See his wheels.
Hands it off right away. He's like, he doesn't want to deal with that. Dion Ware, though, picks up 8 yards. There you go. First down.
Dion Ware averaging 12.7 yards a game, or a carry right now.
Yep. And here we go. 1st and 10 from the 43. Here you go. Backup quarterback. Look at this guy. Oh! Justin Keys for 8 yards. Hello,
Justin
sir.
Keys, call him just in time. Let's go, buddy.
Good stuff there from the 49-yard line of the Panthers. Already Houston in enemy territory. Oh, and Keys gets sacked.
Maybe that showed the lack of experience there. nothing was open. You got to pitch that one.
Yeah, and Hardy is, again, 9 tackles already for Hardy. Just an unbelievable defensive player there for Georgia State. And here we go, 3rd and short here for Houston. And just enough for Phillips to get the first down, 4 yards.
Great job for Phillips to keep his balance and know where the sticks are to move him.
Yeah, there's nothing better than a big running back always just falling forward. They always tell you, fall forward. Don't do what McConnell just did. Don't fall to the side. Fall forward, young man. 2nd and long now from the 44-yard line.
A lot more of these first option plays, giving it right to the running back.
Oh, and Keys. Oh, my goodness. What a run here. Good read there by Keys. 13 yards. First down in Keys. Keys coming in, like you said, just in time. Wow, Justin Keys on the... Oh, my goodness. Good run there. And I think from the booth in week 3 and 6, Justin Keys, Winkler, had to come into the game. And
I'm thinking I'm going to rename him the Keys to Victory.
Wow. Yeah, and then becoming the player of the game. Here we go. Nice toss.
Nice
Oh,
toss.
just not enough yardage there. Yep.
Leo needs to make a miss there. He needs to carry him for some extra yards, get a spin move, get something.
And that'll bring up 2nd and 7 here from the 15-yard line for Houston. Oh, nice, powerful running there by Phillips. 7 yards, 1st and goal now. And these Cougars are making this a game again. Here we go. Houston. Keys keeping it. Good run there, 5 yards. 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line now for Houston. And this is a whole new ball game if they can get into the end zone here, Winkler.
Yeah, it really is. I was sitting here trying
to... Oh, and there you go. Oh, my goodness. Touchdown. Where? 2 yards. Pending the extra point. We got a tie ball game.
Trying to look up Key's stats for that week 6 matchup, and he won player of the game with no stats. So...
And there we go. We got a tie ball game here in New Orleans. Houston, upset-minded Houston, trying to see what they could do against this powerful Georgia State offense that has had to punt, I believe, the 2 times before they scored that touchdown before the half, and they punted in their first series here in the 3rd quarter. Now finally get the ball back with 55 seconds left to go and going 4 wide here. Dangerfield keeping it and still on his feet. Good run there, 14 yards, first down.
You had 3 Cougars in that backfield right there. Each one says, all right, you get one person, you get one person, you get the other. 2 people went to the halfback and they just left Dangerfield to just run.
Oh, and what a hit there, Dangerfield on the second guy there, number 13. 5 yards, 2nd and 5 now from the Cougar 49-yard line. And Dangerfield, pump fake. Oh, interception! Oh, what an interception! He's still going. Oh, wow.
Kelvin Frazier was waiting. He's just sitting on that route.
Yep. And again, Dangerfield throwing these screens. They were a little, we were talking about them earlier. And there you go. That one comes back to bite him in the butt there. Just not a good throw. And here we go. Houston that could run down the clock and keep Dangerfield and that high-powered offense off the field from the 40-yard line now. Let's see how much time they take off the clock. And Keys, good run there. 8 yards, takes the hit and keeps going. 2nd and short now.
I'd just take this into the 4th right here.
I agree.
I'm not sure I'd want to play.
I agree, but I think they're going to run one.
Indeed, they do.
Oh, nice pitch. There you go. First down going into the fourth quarter. Arthur Leo, 8 yards. And that is the end of the third quarter here, Winkler. 14-14.
14 all. Momentum Houston. Georgia's got to dig deep and come up with some sort of stop here. At least hold them to a field goal.
And put your 69s up in the chat, and here we go. Playoff game number 2, all tied up, and Houston moving the ball now on the Panthers. Keys, oof, those are the hits that got Dean hurt earlier.
Who's the backup to the backup?
And here we go, Houston. Second and long. Keys with the ball. Keeps it 5 yards.
I'd like
Keys
to see
is down.
Keys.
Oh, boy, Keys is getting up real slow. Wow.
I'd like to see Keys get a throw here.
Keys was getting up so slow that he was the Punani pavement on the pound. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no.
And it looks like an ankle injury.
And here we go for a field goal, Houston. And the field goal is good, and Houston takes the lead.
At least they get the field goal.
Wow. Yeah, Keys. I didn't finish that. Keys was the Punani pavement on a pounding event.
That is the fourth. I mean, Georgia State just needs to be tested for steroids after this game. maybe what was the New Orleans Saints scandal? Is that what we got going on at Georgia State?
Oh my goodness! And look at Dangerfield. He's gone. No, he's gone. Wow.
Number 7. He's got.
What an answer! What an answer by Rodney Dangerfield in Georgia State.
How was number 2? 71 yards to the house.
He just plowed. Oh, number 12. Number 12. Take off your jersey, son. Number 12 needs to take off his jersey.
Maybe he should go play quarterback. They're going to need somebody.
That's what in Cuba we have a saying that says "grande por gusto," meaning basically big guy for no reason. That number 12 needs to take off his jersey and go sit in the sideline and pick up a water bottle for everybody else. Unbelievable.
You're gonna have to give me an audio file of that so I can remember it.
And here we go, Georgia State, 21-17. Unbelievable. Dangerfield going to the house. And he's gone.
3 weeks.
So there we go. Third string quarterback. Oh my goodness.
If this guy's a freshman,
this is a redshirt freshman. He's getting pounded over there.
Oh
my God! Look at this.
He's breaking it. Where says just give me the ball.
Oh my goodness! Holy cow! Oh, and he got hit. Oh my goodness!
We're gonna be seeing the punter back at quarterback for the Houston Cougars.
I mean, did the Houston Cougars quarterback say something to this defense that offended their families? I mean, something. I mean, this is ridiculous. Phillips with 10 yards there. I mean, a good thing that the Houston's got some running backs and fullbacks, and Norwood there with the tackle. These quarterbacks are just getting hammered. Unbelievable. And here we go, keeper there by this backup, Huffman.
Shane Huffman. And you know what? And they're not playing scared.
No.
It's just amazing.
Wow. Huffman now.
It's quite literally his next man up for Houston.
Yeah, next man up. It doesn't matter. Oh, and that's a false start. Oh, 63. What are you doing?
That's not how you advance to the big game. 63.
Well, I mean, fourth quarter. I mean, come on, son. He's thinking about riding the Pony Express and not thinking about the game here. 2nd and long now for Houston. They definitely didn't need that. Handoff to number 5. Good blocking.
No.
Leo for 4 yards. 3rd and short. Manageable. Here we go. See what Huffman can do. And Huffman. Oh, what are you doing passing now? Shane, my man. He's a sophomore. Wow.
6'1", 200 pounds. Shane Huffman.
And let's see, 4th down. 2 minutes left to go. Are they going to go for it? I think they are going for it. This could be the game right here. Shane Huffman, what are you going to do, son? Oh, no!
Shane Huffman.
Oh, shame on you, Huffman.
Oh,
Run the ball.
Shane Falco out there.
Oh, man. So now defense got to come up strong here for Houston. Just 2 minutes and 3 seconds left with the lead. Dangerfield.
All 3 timeouts.
Oh, Dangerfield is just stopped right there. 2nd and inches. Zeus Kent with that tackle. And handoff Belushi. Oh, Belushi. Nice run there. 8 yards. Houston calls another timeout. Oh, you're in the shotgun. What are you doing? Just hand it off. There you go. Belushi. Oh, nice. Belushi, another 12 yards.
That's their last timeout.
I think this might be it.
This is if they play their cards right, what? They get the ball.
Oh, Dangerfield. Oh, Dangerfield takes a hit. 4 yards. 2nd and 6. There is a little bit of time here, maybe. No, I don't know if they're going to be able to do this.
No, I don't. I think you're right.
Unless
the clock.
Unless Georgia gets crazy.
Tries to throw a pass, but
and that'll be it. Belushi, there we go. 13 yards. And this Georgia State defense you got to give the credit. They've knocked out 2 quarterbacks. If you're going to give player of the, I know there's going to be a player of the game, but 2 quarterbacks. I think. Where's Freddie? I think it's time to sing here.
I'm here.
All right, Freddie.
I hear
Knock it out the park.
Freddie was too busy singing at the field of the 2 quarterbacks.
Sorry, go ahead, Freddie.
Turn out the light, the party's over. Say that all good things must end. We'll call it a night, the party's over. Until tomorrow, we do the same old thing again. Good night there, Houston.
Thanks, Freddie. Good job.
I don't think Houston wants to do the same thing again. At least not their quarterback.
Oh, my God. One is an 11-week injury, and the other one's a 3-week injury.
Oh, man.
It looked like the player of the game went to Dangerfield, but, that whole entire Georgia State defense, just ruthless.
Right? Oh, man. Just
ruthless
today. I don't know. Is it the Houston players not knowing how to take a hit or avoid a hit, or
it's a combination.
For blood tonight.
Yeah, it's a combination. I think, Winkler. I think Georgia State are just heavy hitters, and when you have that with a wing T offense with a lot of runs, and the offensive line was not holding. That Georgia State defense a lot. I don't know how many sacks. We'll see how many sacks there were. But Georgia State, definitely was probably really close to double digits in sacks, I believe.
I don't think they were because they judge them differently in college.
Oh, okay. But there we go.
I think they were just tackles for loss. Instead of sacks.
And everything looked pretty good. Look, Houston came to play. They did a hell of a job.
32 yards passing. Houston, when you're losing quarterbacks, you should try to throw the ball.
Yeah, try to throw the ball a little bit more, but they dominated time of possession. Just one penalty there. Just only punted the ball twice. Had that one fumble. I mean, the fumble. I think the fumble just really cost them. That was that one touchdown that came right after the fumble. That was it right
But it
there,
was
and getting
too,
two
right?
quarterbacks knocked out.
Georgia State the ball back. It's
Wow. Good game, though, by Houston. Congrats on making it here this far. There you go, Dangerfield. 146, 12 of 16 for 121 yards, one touchdown, one interception, 75% completion. Good job there by Dangerfield.
he's a little man. He's only 5'11". I didn't
Yeah,
realize that.
5'11", yeah. And Dangerfield, 155. I mean, that big long run there for 71 yards. That was ridiculous. And Belushi, the devil himself, 6 runs for 66 yards, 666. And decent game. I mean, Dangerfield didn't throw the ball too much. One of his runs was more than any one of these, yardage by the wide receivers.
Letterman with their only big play in the passing game.
Yeah, and we called Hardy's name a lot. I mean, he was just all over the place. 12 tackles, 12 solo tackles at that. I mean, that young man is definitely going to be in the NFL one of these days. Great job there by everybody there on the Georgia State. Does it show their sacks there by them?
So they had 9 tackles for loss.
Yeah, the tackles for loss. Yeah, that's where you got to look. Look at all those tackles for loss up on top. That's 3 right there. Yeah, and there was probably like another 6.
There was nine total tackles for loss for Georgia State.
That's huge. And there we go, Vaughn with a couple of punts. And that is Georgia State. And here goes Dean. Why they don't show Keys anywhere? I guess Keys didn't throw. He didn't pass. We'll see him in the runs. We'll see him in rushing. And there we go. Keys, 50 yards. Not bad. Came in, got 50 yards. Huge game on the ground there, but definitely Houston paid for it via quarterbacks.
Hey, Deion Ware, if you want a new home, just come to Akron. We'll get you the ball. Mr. Averaging 15 yards.
Not only that,
10 touches, 5 touches.
But Winkler, after this, how do you think the recruiting trail is going to be for quarterbacks coming to Houston?
I don't think it's going to be very, very sought after.
Yeah, you're going to get some playing time. I guess you could tell incoming freshmen, hey, you're going to get some playing time. Trust me.
They might need to go get those Iowa boys. They're pretty stout.
Yep, and Frazier there with the interception. Zeus Kent, good game for him. 7 tackles. Good job overall. I mean, good job. I mean, look, you held Georgia State to 21 points. I mean, who could actually say that? I mean, Georgia State puts up a lot of points. But I do think that even though Dangerfield got player of the game, Georgia State's defense was very dominant today. And just was huge. But,
definitely.
Good job there by Houston. Congrats again for making it to the playoffs. Definitely a contender, even though 6-4. And that's it for the game, Winkler. I'm waiting for the booth here. What else we got going on tonight? All right. And here we go, Winkler. Not a lot of points up on the board there.
Not at all. Houston won the first downs, but they won the time of possession. Georgia State just couldn't be stopped, right? They had a lot more of the chunk plays, whereas Houston had the dips and the dunks. I'd like to see fatalities on here. It obviously isn't going to show them, but
fatalities. Yeah, I mean, poor Houston. And Ronnie Dangerfield, there you go. 12-16, 121, 12 carries, 155. Just on his stats alone, 276 yards out of the 438, I think. Half the yardage came from that man, Dangerfield. definite a contender for Player of the Week when those come in. Laurel Hardy, again, another contender for Defensive Player of the Week. 12 solo tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, the sack. That man was everywhere. And Deion Ware did his job, did good running there. 5 yards. I mean, I believe that's like almost like 13, 14 yards a carry. Fantastic there, touchdown. Calvin Frazier, good job there, the tackle and the interception. But definitely Rodney Dangerfield was definitely led this Georgia State team to a good win.
Though, so Wyoming needs to look at this, right? Because Houston is a big running team. Georgia State's a big running team. What was the biggest difference? Is that man right there, Hardy. You need your safeties to cover the run and make your tackles.
Yep.
And if Wyoming can't do that, it's going to be a long night.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 12 carries, 155 yards by Dangerfield. And then him and Belushi. And the funny thing is, Belushi usually has a big game too, and he was held under 100 yards by the Houston defense. So we're going to have to see what Wyoming's going to be able to do with both of these guys, Dangerfield and Belushi. And hopefully they have big games. And if they do, we'll see what happens with that high-powered offense too that Wyoming has. It could be it's one of these things where you have two teams like this. It's either going to be a wild shootout or it's going to be a low-scoring game, and we'll see what happens.
Have we seen Wyoming versus Georgia State this year?
Nope. This will be the first time. First time.
No rematches. I want to do some homework. See the common games they have. See what it's going to look like. But it should be a good game. You got the high flying passing offense versus the you can't stop me run game. And I'll tell you what. This is no offense to Wyoming and whatnot, but they didn't tackle very well against the Zips.
No. Wyoming was playing that Big 12 type of game.
So we're gonna see if Wyoming can take the hits because Houston couldn't.
Yeah, if Georgia State comes out playing, their defense comes out like they came out tonight. God bless the quarterback for Wyoming. Hopefully he can release it about a couple seconds quicker than he did today. But yeah, that should be a very good game. And again, thank you everyone for tuning in to the second playoff game. Thank you, Winkler, for joining me in the booth. And
it was a pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you, Winkler. And there you go.
Good luck in your bowl game. Who do you play?
I don't know who I play. I don't know if we play anybody. Do we play somebody? I don't know. I didn't pay attention earlier. Yeah, I missed a show.
Fuck open bowl.
Yeah, it should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. That'll be nice. But yeah, there you go. I go fuck COVID Bowl. Great name there. And again, from Winkler and myself, Greg Soto, and here you go back to the truck with Dave Access.
Thanks, Greg and Wink. Great call. Also earlier, Chad and Frank, the franchise Wade. 2 great calls tonight, you guys. Appreciate all 4 of you. Soto, if you want to stick around for a minute, I'm actually going to run through these really fast so you can see what the actual bowl games are if you're interested in. But before we do that, let's recap a couple of these games real quick. Number 6, Houston, took Georgia State, the number 1 team in the nation, to the limit. Georgia State escapes with a 21-17 victory to move on to the championship game where they will play, to be honest with you, to my surprise, the Wyoming Cowboys. I thought for sure I was going to lose today. That Akron Zips offense is no joke. I expected it to be a close game, but I didn't expect there to be over like a fucking 100 points scored either. So they will be playing, Wyoming will be playing Georgia State for the championship next Tuesday on 2/22/22 as they hold on to beat Akron 52-45. 5. Let's run down the bowl games this week, starting this Thursday real quick. We got 3 on Thursday, 3 on Sunday, 3 on Monday before we get to Tuesday night's games. We got the Thurford Bowl, 9 o'clock on Thursday, SMU and CMU, followed by the Ping Eagle Bowl, 15th ranked Indiana and 10th ranked Air Force, and that will be wrapped up by the Toilet Bowl, 24th ranked Cincinnati, 23rd ranked Minnesota. And the interesting thing about this game will be they will not be playing in a real stadium. They will be playing in a very small Midwest high school stadium, undetermined at this time. Moving on to Sunday, the Drunk Funk Bowl. Number 17, Iowa State. Number 20, Western Michigan. Followed by the Fuck COVID Bowl. Number 8, UCF. Number 7, UNLV. That's probably going to be the bowl of the week, I think, if you go by rankings. And then right after that, the nightcap for Sunday night will be the Good Night Now Bowl at 11 p.m. Eastern. 22nd ranked Colorado at 21st ranked Marshall. And then we move on to Monday night, President's Day, the holiday. We'll kick it off with a game that will be played at the Holiday Bowl, the Ssf Bowl. 19th ranked Syracuse, 16th ranked Louisiana Tech. Right after that, 10 o'clock, you'll see the Diva Bowl, of course, played in Southern California at the Rose Bowl. Number 9 Kansas with a humongous chip on their shoulder, playing number 4 Old Dominion, who has been playing very well of late. And then the last bowl game of Monday night will be Turn Out the Lights, the Party's Over Bowl, where Freddie gets to play. It'll be Memphis taking on Washington State in the Alamo Dome. And then we move on to Championship Tuesday. There will be one last bowl game before the championship game, and that is the Kansas City Moist Penetration Bowl. Number 18 ECU, number 5 San Diego State, and of course, with a name of a bowl like that and 2 schools with names of players they have like that, of course, it's going to have to be at the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, because you know that's going to be a party. And then last but not least, next week, Tuesday, 2/22/22 at 10 p.m. Eastern, the AACL Championship, the All-American Coaching League Bowl, will be played at Cowboy Stadium in Dallas, Texas, as the AT&T Cotton Bowl. So there you go, folks. The playoffs are done. We get into bowl week in 2 nights from tonight, and then we wrap up the entire first season of the AACL 1 week from tonight, while Wyoming takes on Georgia State for the national championship. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank everybody in the chat. I always hit the chat one last time at the end of the night. I'm about to do it right now. We're right at midnight, too. That's perfect. We've got Alien Gathering, Art Vandalay, Bob Funk, Brazili, Commander Root, Crazy Canuck, Dave Axis, David Leathers, Gunny McGuire, It's the Fritz, Lurks, Matt LR88, Midsoon, Packer Fred, Sarah Lana, that's what I'm going to do from now on, and Sega Dream, hanging with us until midnight Eastern on the East Coast. Thank you again for tuning in to the AACL playoffs. We'll see you in about 45 hours on Thursday night at 9 p.m. as we kick off bowl season here in the All-American Coaching League, brought to you by Axis Sports. I'm Dave Axis. Have a great Wednesday. Have a glorious Wednesday. We'll see you back here Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Good night now.